Alright. I'm here. What up? Hello. Happy Sunday. It is still Sunday here in the US, the East Coast. Albeit a little bit late. 7:30ish my time. I had plans to go live earlier, but then shit happens and but whatever, I'm here. I played a little bit of Tsukihime earlier today on my own. Last time I played, I think it was on stream. No, last time I played on stream, I think I completed only one up to like past chapter 6. And then earlier this morning, I just went in and I think I watched like 2 chapters or something. I don't know. I'm a little confused about the timeline, but I am on chapter. Damn, I don't even know what chapter I'm on. 9? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I feel like I'm nearing the end. These chapters do take quite a bit. I don't know if I can finish it all tonight, but I will try. But the thing is also, I do have to wake up super early tomorrow morning. I gotta do laundry. It is my day off, but I used the weekend to do nothing. And so I must use the Monday to go do my laundry. Otherwise, I have no clothes for work on Tuesday. So I can't stay here that late. But we'll see how much we can get through. It's getting good. I think Shiki keeps... So the last chapters I was on, they were called Metamorphosis. And it seems like it was possibly referring to Noelle. At least that's what I thought at first. And then it seems like Shiki's changing based on the stories that he's reading, like after, at night, trying to go to sleep but can't. I don't know what those stories are actually. Like, is he reading a book and that's what he's reading, or is it just... I don't know. But those events are like foreshadowing Shiki, I think. I don't know. But yeah, this first time Ciel route. I've only done Arcuid route in the original. Completed Arcuid in remake. Left it alone for like a few months. Came back to do Ciel, and here I am. New chapter. Gameplay recording paused. Cool. Arc and Ciel. Part 1. Damn, I'm only on chapter 9. I don't think I can finish. I spring into a sitting position like an alarm has just gone off. My eyes dart up as I try to swallow the urge to vomit burning at the back of my throat. It feels as if my entire body is covered in something red and sticky. I'm sweating profusely. I must have had a particularly horrible nightmare. Yeah, some kind of bad dream. I remember last night he didn't mind not wearing his glasses for the first time. I was like, what the fuck? I wipe away the sweat that had formed on my brow and finally start to calm down. It must have been the book I read before I fell asleep. I can't recall what it was about, but I remember the detail. The makeup of my body, the tools that were used, it all felt more real than any dream I've ever had. This is bad. I'm feeling nauseous again. Oh, in a way, that's kind of good. Best not to think about it anymore. Feels like something I shouldn't dwell on. Oh. As a famous doctor once said, dreams are doomed to be forgotten. Is that a real quote? Hold on, I'm Googling that. Dreams are doomed to be forgotten. Quote. Yeah, I don't think that's a real quote. Edgar Allan Poe? No. No, that's not a real quote. Damn it, Nasu. At least Google can't find the origins of this quote. Or, any famous doctor. Oh shit. I shake my head to clear away the remnants of the dream. I'm thirsty. My arms and legs are still heavy from sleep, but I should get changed and head to the bathroom. Washing my face and drinking some water will help both my nausea and my thirst. Oh shit. Is this the part where... Because in the book, he was also thirsty, but thirsty for blood. As I changed out of my pajamas and into my uniform, I hear a soft knock on my door.
おはようございます、四季様。失礼しました。今朝もお目覚めになられていたのですね。
ほんの少し前にね。でも、起こしに来てくれてありがとう、翡翠。
It takes some time since my fingers are a bit numb, but I managed to get my shirt buttoned.
四季様、お着替えを済ませたばかりですが、今日はお休みになられてはいかがでしょう。
Hisui doesn't usually offer her opinion unasked.
いや、休まないよ。だって学校に行かないとシエ...
I stopped myself before I say Ciel's name. That was close. I shuddered to imagine the kind of interrogation Akia would put me through if she'd heard that.
なんでもない。それよりなんで今日は屋敷で催し物でもあるのか。
いいえ。四季様のお顔の色が今朝は特に優れないように見えたので。
ああ、それは大丈夫。ちょっと夢見が悪くて気分が悪かったんだ。それも顔を洗えば戻るから心配しないでくれ。朝食だろ。洗面所で顔を洗ったらすぐに行くよ。
かしこまりました。ロビーで控えていますので、何かありましたらお声をかけてください。
Hisui leaves with a bow. I should get going too. I grab my bag and my glasses, then leave my room so brightly lit by the morning sun. Yeah, he doesn't seem unfazed by the lines anymore. What the hell? The cold water does little to relieve my headache. No, I can't. If I don't go to school, then I won't be able to see. Nothing. I have no reflection. A full second goes by, then I realize that the mirror above the sink is gone. Huh? Then I What the fuck? I go to the lobby where Hisui is waiting for me. Perfect. I can tell her about the mirror.
翡翠、2階の洗面所鏡がないんだけど、どうして外してるんだ。
申し訳ありません。私の手違いで廃棄してしまいました。新しいものを用意していますので、四季様がお帰りになられる頃には戻っているかと。
Oh, alright then. Content with her answer, I make my way to the dining room. With my nausea gone, my appetite has returned. I'm looking forward to the breakfast Kohaku's made for me today too. Alas, reality is cruel. It could be that I'm not in the mood for Western food this morning, but one bite in and I feel like throwing up again.
申し訳ありません。お口に合わないものをお出ししてしまって、すぐに代わりのものをご用意いたしますね。
Kohaku quickly prepares a traditional breakfast for me, but I can't stomach it either. I guess it's not the taste that's the problem. My body just can't handle any food right now. Maybe I should have taken Hisui's advice and stayed in bed all day.
今一度チャンスをください、四季さん。
Oh, it's not your fault, Kohaku.
私の信念に反しますが、最終兵器、塩と梅しか使わないお粥を投入しますから。
いや、謝るのは俺の方だよ、琥珀さん。これは胃の調子が悪いっぽい。流動食でも無理だろうから、ビタミン剤か何かあったらもらえる？
お任せください。お薬でしたら私の領分ですもの。ではでは、 ビタミン剤は糖分多めで、頭痛止めはそうですね。いい機会ですし、遠野家の方たちご愛用のものをお持ちしますね。
And what would that be? The old Tono family favorite? The medicine Kohaku gives me works wonders. The heaviness in my arms and legs is gone, and my head feels like it never hurt at all. I wanted to have Arak examine me too just in case, but she's not in today. Apparently she has to work elsewhere today and left the mansion early.
秋葉はそっか、もう登校しちゃったか。
Dude, your glasses, man. I took too much time for breakfast. It's 7:30. I'll be tardy if I don't hurry.
行ってくるよ、翡翠。帰りは夕方になる。
Her look of concern still has not faded.
だからもう大丈夫だって。琥珀さんに薬ももらったし。風邪っぽいと思ったら早退するから。
いえ、そうではなくて、今朝はメガネをおかけになられないのですか？
Right? Her words make me slap a hand to my face. I don't have my glasses on. Preoccupied with how I was feeling, I completely forgot about them. I must look different than usual.
そういえばそうだった。これでいいかな。
いえ、別にかけていなければいけないと言いたかったのではなく、メガネをかけていない四季様を見るのは珍しいことですので、つい。
That is true. I've always avoided taking my glasses off in front of people, so as not to look at them with my bare eyes. I just haven't been very good at it these past few days.
お時間を取らせて失礼いたしました。いってらっしゃいませ、四季様。どうかお早いお帰りを。
The hell's going on, man? Hisui sees me off as I step outside. Squinting against the sun shining brightly overhead, I look up at the clear blue sky.
よし、とにかく一日の始まりだ。
I take a deep breath and fill my lungs with fresh air. It erases the last of my nausea and headache. Good. I should have no trouble going to school like this. I leave the Tono mansion at a brisk pace, determined to see Ciel as soon as physically possible. It looks like I'll make it to class before homeroom starts. The vague hope that Ciel will be hanging out in my classroom again today floats through my mind as I hop up the stairs. And ask and ye shall receive. The person I see climbing the stairs right before my eyes is none other than Ciel herself.
Oh, Ciel Senpai!
This miracle of good timing has made me lose my senses, apparently. I make a wild attempt to charge up the stairs, slip my hands under her arms, and pick her up. Oh, what the hell?
何事ですか?
Oh, okay, settle down, Shiki. Does she have eyes on the back of her head? She effortlessly evades my sneak attack. I, on the other hand, am sent crashing into the wall by momentum, unable to even touch her.
遠野くんでしたか。人が変わったような朝の挨拶でしたが、何か深い意味があったりするんでしょうか。
いえ、別に。朝から先輩の顔を見られた喜びでどうかしていただけです。
I answer her calmly, adjusting my glasses. Wait, on second thought, even I had to admit that was weird. I had to admit that was weird.
はあ、それはどうも。
But maybe my nonchalant attitude worked in my favor. It seems like Ciel's the one who's feeling sorry. Or not. Now she looks really angry?
すみません。一方的に俺が悪かったです。先輩を見たらついいたずらしたくなったというか。
Okay.
いえい いえ、朝から元気なことは結構です。このぐらいの老石、普段の行いに比べれば大したことはありませんし。おはようございます、遠野くん。無茶ばかりして、体と頭は大丈夫ですか？
Ciel pairs her lovely greeting with an equally lovely smile. I give her a good morning back. The look on her face makes me feel a certain kind of pressure, but I ignore it. I can't take that smile for granted.
もうすぐホームルームなので失礼しますね。あ、そうだ。お昼休み、茶道室に来てください。ぜひ、絶
Shit, whoops,
対
I
で
thought
す
she
よ。
was done.
いろいろ準備をして待ってますから。
準備だって。
What the hell? She spoke in such a sugary sweet tone, like her sentence was punctuated with a heart emoji. I replay what she said in my head over and over. It was a little uncharacteristic for Ciel to talk that way. Maybe it was her way of getting back at me for the tackle I attempted, but it doesn't matter, I liked it. Her invitation is so enticing that I don't even think to question that there might be something behind it. Oh, but there is. There's gotta be. Everything's so weird and different. I walk into my classroom to find myself in a lawless land. The bell for homeroom has rung, but nobody's at their desks. People are all over the place, chatting away wherever they please.
よーし、おはようさ
よし。
ん。参ったね、どうも。風邪気味だよ、俺。もう帰りたい。
Yeah, me too, bud.
おはようさ。安定のやる気のなさで安心したよ。ところでこれどういうこと？
一次元目のノエル先生が風邪で休みなんだとよ。なんでうちの番が来るまで自習なんだと。
ますます状況がわからない。うちの番ってなんだ？
Our turn.
だから予防接種の注射だろ。1週間前にノエル先生が。ってそうか。
Fascinated.
あの日お前早退してたっけ？体調を崩す生徒が例年より多いんで特別に決まったんだよ。1年は昨日、2年は今日ってわけ。
That must have been the day I met Arthur. Apparently, they announced the vaccination after classes ended. Like a flu shot? Our turn comes during second period. We form a line outside the nurse's office and wait. Normally, we'd go in up to 5 at a time, but for some reason today they're calling us in one by one. Arihiko has already gone home complaining that it's a pain in the ass and he doesn't like getting shots.
僕ちゃんは合格かな？はーい。ちょっと痛いお注射しまちから我慢してね。
I can hear the doctor's voice coming from the nurse's office. Maybe it's because this was organized on short notice, but whoever's in there doesn't sound like the elderly doctor we usually get.
僕ちゃんは健康ね。はーい。全然痛くないお注射しますから、適当に天井のシミでも数えてましょうね。
That Miss Noel. I've heard enough of this cloying voice to know who it belongs to.
はーい。次のサンプルちゃん、どうぞ。
I entered the nurse's office. Wait, what the hell? Huh? And sure enough, the funky doctor who has absolutely no place being in this school is sitting there before me.
アラク博士。
あら、坊ちゃんたらここの生徒だったの？私びっくり。もしかしてこれ運命の赤い糸ってやつかしら？いやーん、困っちゃう。これで遠野家の財産独り占めじゃん。あ、でもうっかりラブダイブしちゃったらトシちゃんに殺されちゃう。ダメダメ、それは美味しくない。
I don't like this character. I would never have guessed that this was the reason she wasn't at the Tono mansion this morning. So she really is a doctor, huh?
なんて嘘嘘。初めから知ってたっていうの。学校でお医者さんプレイとか私も初めてだし、背徳的っていうの。何にせよ初物は最高よね。では出席番号13番遠野四季君、観念して座りたまえ。逃げたら内申書に×つけるぞ。
Arak casually threatens me as she prepares the injection. Reacting to her every jibe will only egg on her, so I remain silent as I sit down and stick out my right arm.
なんという冷静なスルー。マジかよ。しばらく見ないうちに大きくなっちゃって。やっぱり人間の成長速度って偉大よね。生き急いでるようで悲しいけど。さて、しきちゃんはどっちがいいかしらね。やっぱりこっち？どっち？パンチ？ミンチ？
予防接種に種類があるんですか？
あるわよ。私、被験者にも選択の自由はあるべきだと思う派だし。
What? Does he even know what he's being vaccinated for?
細くてあんまり痛くないけど効果が高いものと、ぶっとくてすっごく痛いけど効果が薄いのがあるんだけど、しきちゃんはどっちが好みかしら？
This is making me kind of nervous for some reason. That's not much of a choice, but if I have to pick one, I'll take the more effective one that doesn't hurt. I'll take the less effective one that hurts. No, we're gonna get our vaccine, whatever it is.
痛くなくて効果がある方をお願いします。
しきちゃんたら遊びがない。でも仕方ないか。患者さんの決断は絶対厳守が私のプライドだし。はーい、ちょっとチクッとするけど我慢してね。
Despite the dissatisfaction on Professor Arak's face, she carries out the injection deftly.
注射慣れしてるでしょ。ほら、私博士だけどナース服も大好きですし、メスの会食もしびれちゃうけど、お注射のドクドク注入しちゃう感じとかたまらないじゃない？で、無言で席を立つとかしきちゃんひどくない？
いや、後が使えてますから。雑談はまた次の機会に。
I don't mean to be rude, but second period will be over by the time Arak's done talking my ear off. I fix my clothes and leave the nurse's office. As I do...
私も仕事が入ってるから次の機会とかないんだけどね。ま、そのあたりはいっか。しきちゃんとは関係ないし。
We're coming up, so there won't be another time, but I'll leave it at that. It doesn't concern you.
確かに後は使えてるし、楽しい日々はもうおしまい。ぬるい休憩はいい加減ここまでかもね。
Her ominous remark stopped me in my tracks. But only for a second. This has to be more of her usual crazy talk. On the other side of the curtain, Professor Arak's long hair sways like a spider web. I mean, her name is Professor Arak. Spider, arachnid. Something is up there. Yo, what up, Ja? Good evening. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello. Give me that boo. Give me that boo. After an eternity of waiting, it's finally time. I don't think the morning classes have ever gone by so slowly. It's no exaggeration to say that each second felt like 10, but in the end, my patience prevailed. I made it to lunch without even faltering, let alone fainting, so I marched to the battleground in perfect condition. Have you done any online matches for Sparking Zero? I haven't as of yet. I still don't feel like I know how to play. You know how you will get one later? You know how they do like a heavy? When you do a heavy and then you like instant transmission behind them to dodge their heavy. You know how there's that back and forth. I don't know if my timing is off or I just can't do it, but I could only usually like dodge one of their heavies and instant transmission behind them, but I'll always get hit on the second one and I just like can't block the second one. Is my timing off, or like do you have the dodging down? You will get one later? I tried but couldn't connect. Oh no, I haven't really... I'm not really focusing on the online yet until I have my controls down in the single player. You do not have the timing down? Alright, yeah, maybe I should just dive into online play. I mean, it is casual stuff, right? You'll jump in. I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I should probably just jump in and whatever, right? I'm thinking too much about it. I don't want to get my ass kicked, but I feel like whatever, you know. It's not. I think there is ranked, right? But yeah, I don't really care about this thing. I just want to play my game and enjoy it. True. Yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying the episodes. I'm like, I haven't played since the Vegeta arc. I'm up to, I just got past the Cell games in Vegeta arc. I mean, that's still pretty fun. And I used my Super Shenron wish to get levels. Shot me from level 11 to level 19. Yeah, it looks like Goku's the longest. Because I feel like I got to Cell arc in with Vegeta super quick. I mean, you know, it makes sense. Protagonist's been through it all, right? But yeah, I'll probably play a little bit more of that tomorrow. Not sure if on stream or just on my own time, but probably not on stream. I've been playing just like after work. I feel like it's one of those games I could just load up and just chill. Yeah, I am off tomorrow. There will be a stream tomorrow if nothing random pops up, but yeah, I do plan on streaming. For Indigenous People Day. Fuck Columbus. Fuck that guy. Discovered America my ass. Make it sparking. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling. Today I had plans to play a little bit of sparking, but that was only if I started at like 4. That way I'd also have time to play this and a bunch of other games. But you know, the plans just changed, and now I only have time for this.
いや、まずは購買部だ。昼休みなんだから昼食を持っていかないと門前払いもあり得るぞ。
I'll get my own lunch, of course, but I should get something for Ciel too. Our relationship is probably past the point of me needing to present an offering, but I don't see any harm in going the extra mile today. I hit the brakes on my desire to go straight to the tea ceremony room and try to keep my cool as I head for the school store. I knock on the door of the tea ceremony room. Ciel would always come out to greet me here, but today seems to be different.
あ、遠野くんですね。すみません。今ちょっと手が離せなくて、遠慮せず入っちゃってください。
The hell's going on? Why is there so many heart emojis at the end of her sentences now? Ciel's dulce tones ring out from inside the room. I have no idea what she's preparing, but her usual cheer radiates a warm light. I'm sure that the moment I slide this door open, it will spill out into the hallway and turn the walls bright white.
すみません。それじゃあ失礼しますね、先輩。
I clear my throat and open the door. This is about to be the best lunch of my life. I enter the room without a doubt in my mind.
カチャリ。
What? I hear a clicking sound as the door closes on its own. It's a trap. Since when did this door have an automatic lock? Head tilted in confusion, I walk into the Japanese-style room.
いらっしゃい、遠野くん。
Whoa!
どうぞそこの座布団に座ってください。お茶も入ってますから。
Ciel gives me a warm welcome. Neatly laid out in a room are 2 cups of green tea, a pair of cushions, and a massive torture device I vaguely recognize.
先輩。
Vaguely recognize?
それは。
ああ、どうぞ気にせずに安心してください。それは善良な人には反応しませんから、悪い人にしか聞かないんですよ。例えば約束を守らない嘘つきとか。
Perfect smile makes these words truly intimidating. This is no reward. It's a carefully staged ambush.
それは結構ですけど、なんだってそんな物騒なものをわざわざここに。
いいえ、ちょっと手入れをしていただけですよ。対はないのです。私的に今のところは。
It sure sounds like she has something else in mind. She looks up at me with a wide grin on her face. This is bad. Worse than Blob. If I don't get out of here now, my life will be in danger.
まずは座りましょう、遠野くん。あ、もちろん正座で。ここお茶の間ですからね。
Ciel thwarts my escape with a perfectly timed move.
ですよね。
Slowly, I lower myself onto the cushion, tucking my knees under me. I miss the old Ciel who would cheerfully tell me to make myself comfortable. I cower before her, daring to say nothing. Anyone would, faced with a 1-2 combo of that smile and that weapon.
ところでこれのことですが。
Ciel reaches for the weapon ever so naturally, like this is a part of the tea ceremony. Without so much as a grunt, she lifts it up. That hunk of metal looks like it's several times heavier than me.
本当は秘密なんですけど、遠野くんには一度見せていますから隠すこともありませんよね。これは大昔に作られた特別な道具を対吸血鬼用にリスト化したものです。遠野くんには何に見えますか？
My first thought is that it looks like a nightmare for the person at the wrong end of its barrel, but I bite my tongue and say what it looks like, and say that it looks like a big gun. Adding that it looks really cool, of course.
その通りです。これは私が持つ武器の中でも大きなもので、ここから杭を打ち出して嘘つき、いえ、吸血鬼にお仕置きをする道具ですね。油圧式でしたが、それでは特殊環境下で故障する危険性が高いので、メイン動力は魔力による外部圧力に作り直しています。今まで3体もの大物を仕留めた私の自慢の一品なんですよ。
Was that a Freudian slip? Something she said freezes my spine and shatters its pieces. But it looks like my off-the-cuff compliment saved my skin. Ciel's mood improved slightly after I praised her gun. I guess I should keep going with the flow.
それはすごい。私のってことは先輩の手製なんでしょうか、このでっかいの。
もちろんですとも。もともとはある用途のために作られた装置だったのですが、それは祭壇のようなもので持ち運べないサイズでした。なのでそれらを部分部分に解体したものの一つがこの杭打ち機、断罪師の武装です。
Stake driver.
わかりますか？断罪師、要は罪人、例えば
A
嘘
liar.
つきとかを懲らしめる審判裁きの一撃ですね。このセブンの弾丸を受けて立ち上がれると、いえ、使徒はいないでしょう。
Ciel gloats like a proud parent. A stake driver this powerful could probably take down anything, even a vampire. Problem is whether or not its next stake has my name on it.
他にもいくつか種類がありますが、それらは今の遠野くんには関係がないので紹介はできません。誠に残念ですが諦めてください。
そうですか、それはよかった。参考までに聞きますが、その銃、杭打ち機の他にはどんな無理難題があるんでしょう。
そうですね、火あぶり、引きつぶし、切り刻み、
Poison.
毒まぶし、痛めつけとい、おや、不思議なことにこれらは吸血鬼に協力した罪人にも適用される刑罰でした。
Oh yeah, Ciel? Sinners who cooperate with vampires?
それが何か？
Welcome back. Goddamn face jaw. I'm getting to the good part here, Matt. I am so screwed. She's far beyond the point of suspicion. She knows full well that I went out with Arthwit last night.
ところでお茶をどうぞ。喉の渇きは会話の渇きですよ。
We be watching that freaky hentai? No, man. You. Yeah, no, I don't think we've done that yet, John. I didn't mean to say yet, or that's not gonna happen. You can go watch hentai on your own, all right? There's no hentai here. Not in the remake, anyway.
きちんとしたお話をしてくれると思ったので、特別に渋いお茶を入れましたから。
All right, time to apologize with everything I've got. I have no choice now but to believe in the power of confession.
先輩、ですね。
はい。何でしょうか、遠野くん。
昨夜の話なんですけど。
ほう、昨夜のお話ですか。それは興味深い。成長しますので遠慮なくどうぞ。懺悔だと思って。
すみません。俺は先輩との約束を破ってアルクエイドと吸血鬼を探しに行きました。あいつとは2日前からそういう約束だったんです。
そうですか。成果はありましたか？
ありませんでした。吸血鬼は慎重になってるみたいで、しばらくは膠着状態だろうってアルクエイドが。
でしょうね。それに関しては私も同意見です。私と神祖がいる以上下手に動くことはないでしょう。まあそれはいいとして、それであなたの感想は？吸血鬼と協力して得るものはありましたか？
感想ですか？
Impression. That's unexpected. I thought Ciel would be lecturing me for breaking my promise.
そうです。やっぱり怖かったとか、もう二度と関わりたくないとか、そういった感想です。
Yeah, I don't know. Shiki seems used to this stuff now.
だって遠野くんは言ったじゃないですか。武器があっても戦うのは怖いって。だからこれで懲りたりはしないんですか？
それはありません。先輩の力になりたいのは変わらないし、吸血鬼のことを見なかったことにもできない。でもごめんなさい。先輩との約束を破ったことは反省しています。あの時点でアルクエイドと2人で吸血鬼探しをしていることを先輩に告白すればよかったんです。
I bow my head deeply. In trying to keep my word to Arkwood, I stepped all over the leniency Ciel gave me. No, that's not it. I didn't want Ciel to hate me, so I kept quiet about my plans with Arkwood, and I did that knowing it would be dishonest.
告白ですか？それはそうですね。遠野くんははっきり私に秘密を打ち明けるべきでした。ですが私が反省してほしいのはそこではありません。遠野くんはもっと自分の体を大事にしてください。あなたは普通の男の子なんです。私のような掃除屋とは違う。だから遠野くんの身に万が一のことがあったら私は自分が許せません。
I can't believe it took me this long to realize how stupid I've been. I was riding high after the defeat of Love. With the big threat gone, my thoughts were filled with Ciel and Arkwood, and I stopped taking vampires seriously. She's not angry at me for breaking my promise. She's trying from the bottom of her heart to get it through my head just how much I'm putting myself in danger.
シエル先輩、
I've got nothing. One second. Okay. Feelings of remorse and gratitude are all tangled up inside me, and I can't think straight. All I can do is look into Ciel's face.
いろいろと言いたいことはありますが、そんな顔をされたら何も言えません。考えてみれば一人で吸血鬼を探してはいけないなんて言った私にも落ち度はあったんですね。 確かにあなたは一人ではありませんでしたし、まあ一緒にいた相手があまりにも問題でしたが。
あ、いや、あれはトンチというか言い訳というかですね。
いいです。私も反省かつ学習しました。遠野くんがあれぐらいでおとなしくしている人じゃないってよーく覚えておきます。
Ciel's words are sharp, but I can make out a playful note in her tone. That's a relief. The issue hasn't been fully resolved yet, but it seems like she's forgiven me just a little.
あ、でもあいつがいたって知ってるってことは、先輩はどこから見てたんですか？やっぱり俺たちと同じように街を探し回っていた時、隠れて見ていたとか。
さあ、何のことか全くわかりません。私、昨夜はこの町を離れていたので何とも。ノエル先生がたまたま見かけたとかで。
ノエル先生が？今日は休んでますけど、昨夜は元気だったんですか？
はい。
Looks like Ciel doesn't know about Miss Noel's absence. Oh shit. After a few seconds of thought, though, Ciel bluntly changes the subject.
ノエル先生のサボり癖は後で追求するとして、今はあなたのことです、当の指揮君。私にも落ち度があったので約束を破ったことは水に流しますが、問題はより大きくなったことを理解していますか？
問題って何ですか？
アルクエイドのことです。あなたは彼女の在り方を誤認しています。彼女が血を吸わないから人間の味方だなんて考えていませんか？
I don't know how to answer that. It's not because the question took me by surprise, but because it's the very question I've been trying not to think about.
そこまで単純に考えてはいないけど、でもあいつはこの町に救っていた吸血鬼の敵だ。俺たちと目的は同じなんだから協力したって。
やはり根本から間違えているようですね。いいでしょう。部外者である遠野くんに説明することは避けていましたが、今回は特例です。あなたがこの先も吸血鬼に関わるというのなら、彼女と彼女の敵ロアについてお話しします。
The mood has shifted. Has Ciel given up on trying to stop me from getting involved? She's looking at me with absolute seriousness. I have no objections. Getting the rundown on Arcuit and Roa is exactly what I was hoping for.
世界に数多くいる吸血種の中でも霊長類ホモ・サピエンスの血液を糧とする異物を私たち聖堂教会は吸血鬼と呼称しています。
Humans? Wait, are what we at the church call vampires?
吸血鬼は大きく神祖と使徒とに分類され、アルクエド・ブリュンスタットは神祖であり、この町に救っているローは使徒となります。上級の使徒たちは皆特殊な異能を持っていますが、ロアはその中でも異端扱いされている特例でした。
特例？あのブローブみたいなやつなんですか？ソとかいう吸血鬼の頂点みたいな。
そうですね。行ってきた最悪量で認定するのなら、ロアは使徒海底における9位27祖に匹敵します。事実、教会は彼を28人目の祖として捉えています。他の祖たちは彼を同意と認めてはいませんが、
An ancestor, a king among vampires. Vlav coming here was a calamity in itself. So to think that someone like that has been in this town for decades is unsettling. But I wonder.
ロアってやつはそんなに強いんですか？ブローブと同じくらいなら俺たちとっくに死んでいると思うんですけど。
ロア本人はそこまで強力な個体ではありません。ですが対処するという意味で言えばグローブよりはるかに厄介な相手なんです。何しろ死んでも生き返ってしまうんですから。
先輩、吸血鬼は不死身なんだから死んでも生き返ってくるのが当たり前なんじゃないかな。
不老不死と蘇生はまた別の話ですよ。確かに吸血鬼は致死の傷を負っても血液がある限り復元しますが、血液が底をついた状態であれば消滅します。消滅した後も霊族使徒たちが主の肉体を修復し、力ある血液を注ぎ込めば復元はするでしょうが、完全に消滅した後一人でに蘇生する吸血鬼はいない。けれどロアはそれすら克服してしまった吸血鬼なんです。遠野くんは輪廻転生という言葉をご存知ですか？仏教用語ですから日本の方には馴染みはあると思うんですけど。
Reincarnation. That's what Arkwood said Ro's ability was.
はい、ありますけど、死んでも次の人間として生まれ変わるっていうやつでしょ。
ロアの特性はまさにそれです。彼は輪廻転生を魔術として成功させた。死んでも生き返る、殺しても殺せないとはそういう意味なんです。
Killing him isn't even permanent. So even if you kill the vampire in front of you, they'll just be reborn in the next generation of humans. That's more than just eternal life. That's an immortal existence. I don't know how far his reincarnation can go, but to truly eliminate Roa, it sounds like you would need to end all human life.
もっとも転生には制限があります。基本ロアは存命している間に次の自分をあらかじめ決めておきます。これと定めた血筋の胎児にこれまでの自分の全情報を移植するんです。ロアの情報はその胎児が成人ないし自己としての知性を持つまで影を潜めています。そして転生体が自分を引き継ぐにふさわしい知性を持った段階でロアという吸血鬼になってしまうんです。
ちょっと待って先輩、移植ってつまり赤ん坊が母親のお腹の中にいるときに手術みたいなことをするんですか？
Perform some kind of surgery on the mother while the fetus is in her womb.
基本的にはそうです。移植は転生先の肉体が胎児の時に行われます。それは医学的な工程ではなく自然のサイクルに近い工程です。先ほど全情報と言いましたが、要は魂という名の電波と思ってください。電波を発信するのも受信するのも人間の脳。ロアはその肉体が死滅した際、魂を拡散させて次の肉体に転移します。転生先が決まっていればその肉体に、決まっていなければ一定条件を満たした胎児にランダムに。
The host has already been chosen, it goes through them. Oh, so it doesn't need to be a fetus. If it hasn't, it goes to a random fetus that meets his requirements. That seems so vague. How does that happen?
ロアの優れたところは、魂なんていう計測不能の形而上のものを定義し、伝達可能なものとして加工したことでしょう。
As unexpected and hard to believe as it is, it does make sense. The vampire Roa is reincarnated into some baby when his current body dies, where he remains dormant until the baby reaches adulthood.
先輩の話を鵜呑みにすると、そいつは本当に死なないじゃないか。不死身じゃないけど、それ以上にタチが悪い。殺しても違う人間として生まれてくるなら、そいつは人間がいる限り永遠だ。不老不死ですらない。
ええ、その通りですね。ロアが使徒になったのは今から800年ほど前。それから現代まで転生した回数は16回。そのことごとくをアルクエイド・ブリュンスタットは殺害しています。
アルクエイドが？
はい。彼女にとってロアは特別な吸血鬼ですから。私にとっても
So Ciel too?
特別な吸血
Oh, I
鬼なん
knew
ですけ
Roa
ど、
was special to
真
Arkwood.
祖は使徒に関心を持たないものですが、 アルクエイドは神祖の中で唯一吸血鬼を殺す神祖でした。彼女は今まで多くの吸血鬼を殺してきましたが、その中でも特に執心していたのがロアです。
I've known that Arkwood is a vampire who kills other vampires. After all, she did fight Blob. And she seems to be going after Roa too, though it feels like things are a little more complicated.
そうだ。グローブとロアは違う。ロアってやつは死んでもまた生まれてくるんですよね。なら何回殺しても意味がない。あいつそれを知ってて今回も追ってきたんでしょうか。
ええ、彼女にはそれしか手段がありませんから。そしてロアは吸血鬼として覚醒し、行動を起こした時点で彼女に殺され、その度に転生し、また彼女に殺される。そんな繰り返しをもうずっとしてきたんです。
Ciel hangs her head slightly, biting her lip as if in regret. A vampire with the power of reincarnation, Vlov threatened to destroy human society by pure destruction, but Roa terrorizes it using infiltration tactics. If Vlov was a calamity clashing against civilization, Roa is a disease lurking in the shadows of society.
厄介ですね。先輩、そのロアって人はどんなやつだったんですか？
おや、ロアの説明はこれで終わりにするつもりでしたが、彼に興味があるんですか？
いや、なんとなく。そんな回りくどい不老不死を実現した吸血鬼はどんなやつだったのかなって。
そうでしたか。ではもう少しだけ。始まりのロアは男性ですが、その性別は転生先の肉体によって変化します。この人の厄介なところは、その発見が極めて困難という点ですね。何しろ人の子として生まれてきて、きちんとした両親がいるんです。ロアが吸血鬼として肉体と意識を変貌させるのは、肉体が満足に活動できる年からになります。ですのでロアの転生体は成長するまで吸血鬼としての片鱗を全く見せません。そのくせ一度ロアとして目覚めたら、今まで培った人間関係を利用して完全に社会に溶け込むんです。教会がロアに気づいた時にはもう手遅れのケースがほとんどでした。ロアが育った町は死の都と化し、その絶頂期にアルクエイドによって終わらされています。
Now Roa's roundabout method makes sense. Being raised as a human allows him to freely amass power and partake of blood while remaining virtually undetected. But I still have one lingering question. Once the host matures and awakens as Roa, what happens to the human it was before? Will their original identity be forgotten, no more than a placeholder persona marked for deletion from birth?
忘れ去られるということはありません。だってその代のロアの人格と記憶は、それまで生まれ育った転生先の人間そのものなんですから。例えば A という人物がロアの転生先だとしましょう。
Oh god damn it, we got graphs and charts
A が成人に達して吸
and
血鬼になった
symbols.
時、
Oh damn.
覚醒したロアの魂が A になるのではないんです。 A という人物がロアという魂に汚染されるだけなんですよ。ある日突然、何の前触れもなく趣味や思考が変わるのだと思ってください。
二重人格のようなものじゃないんですね。
ええ、元からの肉体が持っていた魂にロアの魂がプリントされる。転生体とロアは一心同体なんです。転生先がどのような善人であれ、ロアが覚醒すればそれは吸血鬼という悪になる。死とはその生存手段そのものが人間にとって悪ですから、その折転生先の人格も肉体も変貌します。ロアという膨大な情報と価値観に切り替わるんです。
肉体も吸血鬼になるんですか？ちゃんと人間として生まれたのに。
転生するのは人格ではなく魂ですから。汚染されたロアの魂は覚醒した段階で転生先の肉体を徐々に吸血鬼化させる。何代も蓄え続けた情報を生かすにふさわしい怪物の肉体に。ですが
ですが。
それだけでは万全とは言えません。転生は完成された不老不死のシステムですが、立ち上がりに不安材料が多すぎる。それを補うため、ロアは転生先の条件を絞ります。まず生まれてくる家が富豪であること、社会的地位も高く財産も豊かな家の子供として生まれれば、町すべてを吸血鬼化させるのに便利ですから。それともう一つが、転生先の肉体が強靭であること。こちらは絶対条件ではなく、都合が合えばというレベルですね。人間の中にも特別な力を持って生まれてくる子供はいます。魔術と呼ばれる学べば習得できる神秘ではなく、生まれつき肉体が持ってしまう得意能力。一般に超能力者や鬼ごとされる人種のことです。得意能力というのは遺伝するケースが多いですから、ロアは自分の新しい肉体にそういった人間ではないものの家系を選ぶこともあったと言います。
Ciel explains all of this passionately. A family with wealth and renown, one that spawns people with special abilities. What is this feeling? I don't like listening to this. Not because it has nothing to do with me or because I don't care, but thinking about Roa's conditions and all that makes me feel unbearably sick.
ロアの話はここまででいいでしょう。言うまでもなくロアは私の敵であり、この町に住む人々にとっての脅威です。そして脅威というのなら、それはロアだけではありません。アルクエイド・ブリュンスタット。彼女こそロアを上回る災害にして元凶。この町を吸血鬼の住処にまで貶めたのは、他ならぬあの化け物です。
What? My mood changes instantly. Her words hit me like flint against steel. Did Ciel just say that Arcwood is a source of all this? And she called her a monster?
何言ってるんだ先輩。あいつは俺を助けてくれて、町のために戦ってくれたんだぞ。元凶だなんてそんなこと。
だからそれが間違っているんです。彼女はこの町の安全なんて、ましてや人間の命なんて考えてすらいない。彼女は個人的な理由でロアを追っているに過ぎませんから。遠野くん、使徒だって元は人間なんです。彼らが吸血鬼になる方法は2つあります。魔導を極めて自らの肉体を永久期間に変革させるか、神祖という初めから吸血種として生まれたものに血を吸われるか。ロアは後者、神祖に血を吸われて使徒になりました。ロアという吸血鬼ですら神祖という超越種の犠牲者に過ぎない。
Unfazed by my outburst, Ciel looks straight at me. Her emotionless eyes tell me what she's about to say.
アルクエイドがロアの血を吸ったって言いたいんですか？
憶測ではなく事実です。彼女は800年前に一度だけ過ちを犯した。神祖の王族でありながら人間の司祭だったロアの還元に乗り、杯に汲まれたロアの血を飲んでしまった。神祖は私たちとは大きくかけ離れた存在です。使徒は確かに絶大な能力を持っていますが、それらは所詮人間の延長でしかありません。長い寿命を得たからこそ自己の能力を向上させ、結果としてあのような超能力を持つに至りました。極論ですが、ただの人間であっても長い寿命さえあれば、誰だって吸血鬼程度の能力は習得できる。
Uh-oh. That sounds familiar. Did I read that somewhere recently? Although dead apostles possess immense power is just an extension of human potential. Their longevity is what enables them to attain such superhuman abilities, as they can spend lifetimes developing their skills. In theory, even normal humans could achieve the same level of power if they lived long enough. It said that for all their claims of never aging or being immortal, vampires were nothing special.
ですが神祖は違います。彼らは現れた時から人知の及ばない力を保有している。神祖とは精霊そのもの。地上で起きるあらゆる自然現象の化身。この星の分身と言ってもいい。 私たち人間は自然との共存から独立、自立することで繁栄してきました。星の恩恵を受けながらも資源を略奪し、星が滅びようと私たちは滅びない未来を手に入れた。人間だけがこの現在に行き着いた。人間が地球上で最も優れた種として確立したのはこの一点があったからです。けれど星にしてみればそれは悪です。世界であれ一つの生命、一つの概念です。ですから自身を人間から守ろうという意志が働きます。
Oh shit. That's crazy talk. There's no way that nature has a will of its own. It doesn't defend itself, let alone harbor emotions like hatred towards the pest defiling its body. Oh. No. It does. It absolutely does. But the phase of its life, the scale of its existence, is so distant from yours that you cannot perceive it. Look at this reality. See for yourself the emotions of nature. Gaze upon the colors your diminutive senses cannot endure. You do not yet know the anger and pain of this flowing life. The momentary terror fate passes. I find relief in the fact that our shared values are aligned with human sensibilities. Our? Does the planet harbor resentment toward the life forms living on its surface? It is unthinkable, or perhaps we simply cannot sense it. But no, that is not all. Nature, or the world, has a will of its own. It is this that protects us and allows us to live. Oh shit. Actually, hold on. Once. Gotta get my phone just in case. Let me. Nature of the world has a will of its own. It is this that protects us and allows us to live. It is not that we cannot sense its resentment. It is that nature has endorsed the ideal that humanity is beautiful.
惑星、自然現象が自らの触覚として独立させた存在。それが一般に妖精、精霊と呼ばれる者たちです。神祖というのはその一種族なんです。元から人間を諌める役割として生まれた彼らは人間を悪としか思っていない。私たちが人間を捕食する吸血鬼を悪と思うように、神祖にとって自然を食い物にする人間は悪なんです。
What's my CPU temp? Like right now? Let me see. I got you. I got a program that tells me. Oh shit. Oops. Oh shit. While gaming and streaming? I mean, I know it usually like goes through the roof when I'm playing a PC game because I'm doing one PC setup. Oh, actually this one doesn't tell me. Oh, and then when I'm streaming in Fahrenheit. Oh shit. Wait, I don't have the numbers in Fahrenheit. I use Celsius for PC stuff. Do the math. No, you do the math. I'm gonna give you the thing. Hold on. Where is this? Oh no, this is. Oh wait, CPU temperature. And then when streaming console games, like right now, I'm sitting at 62, 61, 60. Oh hey, it's dropping for some reason. Maybe because I'm doing nothing. 61, 62. Oh, you do the math. You know. All right, there you go. You Google. I'm over here playing game. No, and then I think it does hit like 80 or 90 when I'm playing a game off PC and streaming. One PC setup. It's rough on my little boy. Oh, whoa, hold on. In the same way that we think of vampires as evil for feeding on humans, true ancestors think of humanity as evil for feeding on nature. If that were the truth, it would only be too funny. Why have they been designed so that they cannot exist without feeding on such wickedness as humans?
わかりますか？ 神祖にとって人間は敵に過ぎません。もともと自然の一部。いえ、この星そのものとリンクしている彼らの能力は、それこそ再現というものがないんです。教会の歴史の中でも、神祖と戦った記録は数えるほどしかありません。
That's the danger level? 90? Oh shit, oops. I mean, what's the explosion level? That's the one I should be concerned with. You at 143? I mean, right now? No, I feel like isn't 60 a normal ass temperature? God damn it, John. All right, let's see. Normal CPU temps. A normal CPU temperature while gaming is between 70C and 80C. Come on, Ja. Come on, man. What are you doing to me? So it's between 158 Fahrenheit and 176 Fahrenheit. I'm fine. No, man, I said 60, not 90. Oh, well, that's I'm not sure if it's 90. I haven't looked at my temperatures while gaming and streaming, while playing a PC game and streaming. I mean, I'm using a capture card right now, so there's no strain on my well, there's not that much strain on my CPU and GPU right now, since it's only capturing footage from the PS5. Ja, this is a PS5 game. This is literally my PS5. I'm not playing on PC. Yeah, this PC isn't doing too much work right now. Yeah. Even the church has only done battle with true ancestors a handful of times.
彼らは世界そのものから力を引き上げる。彼らを倒すということは、世界を倒すほどの概念武装が必要になります。もちろん、そんな武装はありません。ですから彼らには、外的要因による死を与えることができない。さらにはこんな碑文も残されています。神祖を撃つのであれば、万全のまま撃ってはならない。死に瀕した神祖のみ葬るべしと。奇襲ぐらいでしか殺せない怪物だというのに、不意打ちを禁じているとかわけがわかりません。
That PC can heat up pizza when you're doing streaming and gaming? I bet. I mean, listen, based on the answer that Google gave me, it appears that all our PCs can heat up pizza, alright? Not just mine, alright? My PC is fine. Don't make fun of my PC. Normal. How hot does my oven pizza oven temperature? The ideal temperature for pizza oven depends on the type of pizza and the oven itself, but generally ranges from 400 Fahrenheit to 950 Fahrenheit. Listen, Ja, I'm just using Google to debunk all your just shut up, Ja. You're wrong. Oh shit. What was that? That night, she told me something in the hotel room. If Shikitono had met her at night rather than during the day, not even these eyes would be able to see her death. In other words, no matter what, she will never die. She's the polar opposite of the man who sought to escape death through reincarnation.
いいですか、遠野くん。
Oh, shit. Seek not to vanquish a true ancestor at full strength. Only at death's door can it be led to the grave. Yet it's forbidden to ambush. Wait, no, I don't get it. I thought I had it. I don't care if I'm wrong. But the facts state you're wrong. You're wrong, Ja. You can't make a pizza on it. Oh, wait, you said heat up a pizza. Alright, hold on. Ideal temperature for heating up pizza. Put the pizza on the foil, bake for 5 minutes at 450 degrees. The ideal temperature for reheating pizza depends on the method you use, but it's generally 350 and 475 Fahrenheit. You're still wrong, Ja. You're still wrong. You coming in hot. Oh, now you're using puns, Ja, huh? Oh yeah, now you're using puns. You're coming in hot. Pizza talk, CPU talk.
アルクエド・ブリュンスタッドがロアを追っているのは、ロアに与えてしまった自分の力を取り戻すためなんです。それは決して人間のためではありません。なぜ彼女が弱っているのかは分かりませんが、もし力が戻れば遠野くんの手を借りる必要なんてなくなります。
The only reason Arquid is going after Roa is to take back her power that she inadvertently gave to him. Oh yeah, she still doesn't know.
その時、彼女が遠野くんを無事に返すと思いますか？
Ciel is dead serious. She's seriously worried for my life. She seriously loathes the blood-sucking monster she thinks Arquid is. But I'm sorry, Ciel. I just can't abide that. Because just like you, she accepted me with a smile. Wow. Let this monster stand by her side.
返すに決まってるだろ。だってあいつが俺をどうにかするなんてそんな理由ないんだから。
彼女は吸血鬼です。それも使徒のように自身が生き延びるために血を必要とする吸血種ではありません。いいですか、遠野くん。神祖たちが人間から血を吸わなければ、そもそも使徒なんていう吸血鬼は生まれなかった。彼らは人間の血なんか吸わなくても生きていけるくせに、ただ吸いたいという吸血衝動だけで人間の血を吸って人間を人間以外の怪物にしてしまうんです。そんなもののそばに一般人であるあなたを歩かせるわけにはいきません。
Ciel's lecture ends there. Maybe it's the headache that's been gnawing away at me this whole time, but the person in front of me feels like a total stranger.
長くなりましたが、私からの話は以上です。これで彼女がどれほど危険な存在なのか、理解してもらえましたか？
はい。額面通りにはなんとか。
よかった。
At least.
じゃあ、もう彼女には近づかないでくださいね。
Oh, you learn nothing, Ciel.
協力なんてもってのほかですから。
I can't agree with what Ciel is saying. I mean, she doesn't even know Arquid. She has no idea what a good person Arquid is.
遠野くん？
嫌です。あいつとの約束は破れない。だってアルクエイドはいいやつだし、俺を殺そうとするとかそんなこと絶対に。
ですから、その彼女自身が危険なんです。いい加減目を覚ましてください。彼女は人間じゃない。いつ気まぐれから人間の血を吸うかわからない使徒以上の化け物なんですよ。
I know. I know she's coming from a place of sincere concern. But even so, I can't let her insult Arquid like that.
やめてくれ、先輩。あいつと話してもいないくせにそんなこと言わないでくれ。
それは確かにそうですけど、だけど彼女は吸血鬼なんです。それだけはちゃんと理解してください。
だからそれは違うんだって。いいか先輩、アルクエイドは血を吸わないんだ。あいつは自分でそう言ったし、それに嘘があったとは俺には思えない。他の真相がどうかは知らないけど、アルクエイドは別だ。あいつだけはきっと
何だって言うんです。たとえ彼女が危険ではないとしても、遠野くんが戦うこと自体が危険じゃないですか。あなたは彼女とは違う、傷つけば死んでしまう普通の人間です。私が許せないのは、それが分かっていながら遠野くんを戦わせていることです。アルクエイドはあなたが死んでもいいと思っている。そんなの遠野くんを道具としか見ていないってことじゃないですか。
Ciel's not yelling at me, but at Arquid, even though she isn't anywhere near here. My whole head is aflame. I fully understand that what she's saying is correct. I know that logically I'm the one in the wrong. But That's exactly why I can't stand the sound of her voice right now.
うるさい。
遠野くん。
先輩はうるさい。アルクエイドは俺を道具扱いなんかしていない。知らないのに。アルクエイドのことを知らないくせに勝手なことは言わないでください。あいつが守ってくれなかったら俺たちはとっくに死んでたんですよ。少しは感謝するのが筋ってもんでしょ。
Before I realize it, I'm on my feet shouting at Ciel.
感謝？それこそありえません。あんな化け物に感謝してどうするんですか？そもそも元凶は彼女です。あれぐらい当然の義務でしょ。ああ、そういうことですか。なるほど、納得しました。どうしてアルクエイドが町を守ったのか。あれはあなたを騙すための布石だったんですね。ああやって人間らしいふりをすれば、遠野くんがコロッと騙されるから。
I don't care if she was just being spiteful or if she really meant what she said. Either way, she thinks that Arcuit is just another vampire to be killed, and that I'm an idiot for having faith in her.
俺は騙されてなんかない。だいたいあいつが嘘なんかつけるもんか。先輩みたいに器用じゃないんだから。俺はあいつを信じます。っていうか、あれが嘘でも喜んで騙されてやる。
ですね、自分が何を言っているのか理解していますか？社会を守る私たちより自由気ままに動いては街を混乱に陥れるあの旗迷惑な真相を信じるって言ったんですよ。さすがにそれは聞き逃せません。っていうか、私をバカにしてるんですか？
バカにしてるんじゃなくて、アルクエイドを信じるって言ってるだけでしょ。先輩こそどうして分かってくれないんですか？あいつと協力すれば街はすぐに元通りになるじゃないですか。
彼女と協力するのなんて死んでもお断りです。月を重しにして眠った方がまだマシですから。
Use the moon as a blanket? What does that mean? I'm googling that. The hell does that mean? I'd rather use the moon as a blanket? Damn, Google has nothing. What is this writing? Where did that phrase come from? What does it mean? So dumb. I feel like I've heard a similar expression before.
そうですか。死んだ方がマシって話ですか。じゃあ俺も言わせてもらいます。アルクエイドを目の敵にする先輩はなんか全然先輩らしくありません。グローブの方がマシってレベルで不愉快です。
What is he saying right now?
ああ、そうですか。私も同じぐらい不愉快です。そんなに言うならアルクエイドに騙されていいように使われたらどうですか？そんな人を心配するのもバカらしいですから、私。
まあ余計なお世話だよ。今日から大手を振ってあいつとパトロールできてせいせいする。アルクエイドの方が先輩より頼りになるし強いし、いちいち小言も言わないし。
もういいです。出て行ってください。遠野くんなんか絶好です。こちらもせいせいします。遠野くんなんて頼りにならないし、弱いし、放っておけないことばっかりするし、二度と話しかけたり様子を見に行ったり助けたりしませんから、そのつもりで。
それはよかった。じゃあ勝手にします。失礼しました。
I shout a retort at Ciel and bolt out of the tea ceremony room. I don't stop squaring my shoulders as I dash through the hallways back to my classroom.
なんだよ、子供扱いして。先輩だって頑固じゃないか。アルクエイドを嫌うばっかりで、俺の話を全然。
No. She didn't refuse to hear me out entirely. She let me say my piece and listened patiently. I just got myself all worked up about Arcuit.
でも分からず屋なのは変わらないし。俺から謝ったりしないからな、もう。
On the brink of calming down, I force myself to keep racing down the hallway. I feel like if I stop now, I'll end up going back to the tea ceremony room to apologize. I'm not sure I can say the same about me, but I know Arcuit hasn't done anything wrong. So no matter how conflicted I feel, there's no turning back.
おや、昼休みも終わろって時にえらくしけた顔で戻ってきたな。ははん、購買部の袋を持ってるってことはろくなもん残ってなかったな。
The boy who ran away because he was afraid of getting a shot is back, wearing a look of perfect innocence. But now that he mentions it, I realize that I'm still holding the food I had planned on eating with Ciel. Lunch ends in 10 minutes. I'm in no state to eat right now, physically or mentally.
アリヒコ、お前、腹の様子は？
まあ8分目ぐらいかね。何？くれんの？
ああ、食べてくれ。ちょっと今は入りそうにない。
I hand Arihiko the bag from the school store.
そういうことなら喜んで。お、カレーパン多めだな。というかカレーパンしかないな。あとは牛乳だな。趣味どうかしているな。
Arihiko digs in without a second thought. Fifth period is minutes away, but at that pace, he'll have no trouble finishing it. The bell rings, bringing lunch to an end. Drowning in self-loathing, I put my head down on my desk and wait for fifth period to start. I still feel strangely depressed even after school is over. There's no one else in the classroom. After school club activities have been suspended because of the serial killer, so most... after school club activities have been suspended, so most students have gone home. Silence has retaken the school. Looks like Ciel is true to her word. There's not a single sign that she'll be coming.
いや、別に気にしてないし。単に休んでいただけだし。もうさっさと帰るからな。
I mumble to no one in particular.
メール？
My phone goes off as I leave the classroom to go home. I take my phone out of my bag. Unexpectedly, the text is from Miss Noel. All it says is this: "Are you free right now? There's something I want to show you. Don't tell Ciel." Attached is an address along with a screenshot of a map. Well, why not? I don't know what she wants, but it might take my mind off things. If I go back to the mansion like this, I'll probably just be depressed all night. The abandoned factory outside of town that shut down a few years back. Administrative building, 4th floor. That's where the message said to me.
ここでいいんだよな。
What the hell? I'm standing in front of a fire escape. This is a pretty sketchy meeting place, but I know I've got the right address. I shove all the doubts back down. It'd be stupid to leave now after coming all this way. Might as well head up the stairs. If Miss Noel's not here, I'll just go home. I begin to climb the rusted stairs, careful not to make a sound. With the whole building having been abandoned, the stairs are in disrepair.
これ崩れないだろうな。
I gingerly put one foot in front of the other. Then, I hear something moving. It can't be the sound of
今
the
の足
wind.
音。上からだな。
The sound gets louder the further up I go. Before long, I reach the 4th floor. A metal door stands before me. My hand goes to the doorknob, which turns easily. It's unlocked. I hear the noise coming from within. I open the door and peer into the room. It's dark, completely closed off from the outside. Naturally, there's no electricity, so all the lights are off. But what the hell? Deep inside, I see several flashes of light.
ノエル先生。
I call out before answering.
来てくれたのね、四季くん。ごめんなさい、迎えに行けなくて。とにかく入って。
Miss Noel's voice cuts through the darkness. I guess this was the right place after all. What the hell? As I let go of the doorknob, the weight of the door causes it to close on its own. I squint my eyes in the dark. Before I even have a chance to wonder what's in the room, I instinctively cover my nose. A familiar stench assails my nostrils. The sticky floor squelches under my feet. I slip my knife into my sleeve for easy access and proceed toward the back of the room. And there I see two vampires, each gagged and bound to a chair, their bodies twitching and convulsing. These two are the source of the stench. The noise I heard coming from them smashing their heels against the floor in an attempt to ease their suffering. Oh man. Their feet are sizzling, scorched by the light closing the chairs. Foam flows out from their gags and drips down their chins, an involuntary response to pain and being burned alive. How long have they been roasting like this? The muscles around their throats are so taut from constant screaming that bone is showing through. Their writhing bodies are covered with blood. It pours out of wounds not only sustained from struggling against their bonds, but carved into them by a variety of instruments.
こっちよ、しきくん。シエルさんには内緒にしてくれた？
Blood and flesh splattered the floors and wall. The air in this room feels just like it did in those passages under the department store. In the middle of it all is Noelle, smiling from ear to ear as she looks down at the two men tied to the chairs. What the fuck are you doing? The thought of even asking what this is makes me sick. Instead, I implore the woman in front of me to explain through my gaze alone.
わからない？しきくんには何度も助けられたし、いい機会だから私たちのお仕事を見せてあげようと思って。それにほら、この子たちのこと覚えてる？
He didn't even have to ask. I recognized them right away. The two tied to the chairs are the same two that led me below the department store. Oh, shit.
そういうこと。私だけで始末してもいいんだけど、あなたもこいつらには貸しがあるでしょ？だから仕返しさせてあげようと思って。
No, I'm good.
はーい。お待ちかねの懺悔タイムよ、君たち。もう誰もやってこないし、防音は完璧だし、無粋なおしゃぶりは取っちゃいましょうね。
He takes the gag off one of the vampires. The vampires make a wet, guttural noise like a clock pump spewing water. It coughs violently as it spits out the saliva and blood that was trapped in its mouth, then looks up at its captor. Its eyes are filled with neither hate or bloodlust. Such defiance was a glimmer of hope that faded many hours ago.
嫌なんです。死にたくない。死にたくない。せっかく不死身になったのに、こんなところで死にたくない。もうやめてください。許してください。助けてください。こんなのってないです。いくらなんでもあんまりです。俺たちだって被害者なんです。
It is nothing but a miserable wretch now. So weak, so fragile, it's barely one step away from death. It begs for mercy with every fiber of its being, prays desperately for life. Humans have a tendency to sympathize with the weak no matter the situation. They also possess the intelligence to judge the present independently of the past. The treatment of criminals is one example of this. No matter how great the atrocity committed, a powerless prisoner may be granted a chance at forgiveness and a new life. Denying them this mercy or allowing it as an act of human kindness is a right that belongs solely to the victim.
やめて。
very red. This woman has no mercy. After listening to the weakling and beg for its life, she begins her meticulous work, torturing in accordance with the number of its pleas. She starts from the fingers, moving to the wrist, then the elbow, and finally the shoulder before switching sides. Once its other arm is gone too, she swaps out its tools and sets to work on the insides. No longer interested in cutting and crushing, she takes up tools for stabbing and burning. It's as though she's cooking. She's like a chef filleting a live fish, only with entirely different techniques and principles. A chef employs a measured technique to cut the fish without killing it, based on the principle that it should be kept as fresh as possible. But not this woman. For one thing, she has no technique to speak of. The only reason her catch is still alive is because of its natural tenacity. Though it could be argued that she is driven by a certain culinary principle. That is, the goal of savoring her meal. She is processing it alive, leaving its vocal organs intact to the very end. Just so she can savor its every scream.
入れないで戻し入れないでその蓋を閉じないで
The screams stop before long, not because it has died, but because its body no longer occupies the chair. The woman has taken the vampire's body apart piece by piece, leaving only the head alive. She stuffs all its parts into a 50-centimeter square box and shuts the lid. The other vampire's face is twisted in horror, having watched it all from beginning to end. Or rather, having been forced to watch it all. Their eyelids have been removed, making it impossible for them to avert their gaze. Gusts of wind steeped in blood howl through the room. A desperate scream, no doubt a plea for life, spills out of an opening in its gag.
どう？この海底の吸血鬼に痛覚はないんだけど、特別にこいつらにも通じる道具でバラバラにしてあげてるの。たった1日の審問時間しかないんだもの。これぐらいはやらないと、この子たちに騙されて殺された人たちの無念は晴らせないでしょ？
The woman takes her eyes off the vampire and approaches me, her every step accompanied by a squish. In her hand, she holds an antique tool resembling like a coping saw.
さあ、四季君もどうぞ。
What?
これは洗礼済みの器具だから、素人が使っても効能は発揮されるわ。切れ味は悪いけど、その分頑丈で、吸血鬼は触れた箇所から焼かれていくから、返り血も出ない優れものよ。あ、いきなり首を切るのも悪くないけど、初めはやっぱり小指からの方が簡単だから、できるだけ苦しめて殺しちゃって。
Oh, I thought she meant like I'm next. Follow her lead? Yeah, no thanks, buddy.
悪趣味だ。とてもじゃないが付き合えない。
I pushed the woman's hand away.
へ
Oh shit.
え、何？悪趣味ってどのあたりが？もしかしてスプラッタすぎた？
I pushed the woman's hand away. The force behind my hand is unexpectedly strong, propelled by my repulsion towards her. What exactly is so disgusting, too gory for you?
でも、その割には落ち着いてるわよね、四季君。普通に生きてきた人間なら、この部屋に入っただけでも大友なのに。さっきからこいつらじゃなくて、私にしか注意を払ってないし。趣味がおかしいのは私だけじゃないと思うけど。それとも、性癖がバレないように、いい子ちゃんぶってるとか？
I stopped myself from letting her taunt provoke me. I don't pretend to be a good person. What disgusts me about this is the results don't justify the effort.
殺すのなら無駄なく殺すべきだ。俺は人間を襲う吸血鬼を殺したいだけで、いたぶりたいわけじゃない。
はあ？人間を襲う吸血鬼を殺したい？バックじゃないの？それがいい子ちゃんぶってるっていうのよ。吸血鬼は何であれ殺すの、死ぬの。考えられる限りの傷を重ねて
自分からもう殺してくださいって懇願するまで苦しめるものなんだってば。
Her gaze remains fixed on me as she casually throws a weapon at the chair behind her. The weapon pierces the vampire through the groin. Ouch. Its muted anguish reverberates through the concrete. The foam bubbles around its mouth like a pot boiling over.
さあ殺して。相手は何もできない生肉よ。あなたが今まで殺してきた死者より簡単な作業でしょ。違うのはあれは人間らしい知性があって人間らしい悲鳴を上げて人間らしい生活をしてたってことだけじゃない。人の痛みが分かる相手なら人間の痛みを味わってから無残に落ちぬべきなのよ。
There was hatred in her eyes. Yeah, now there's something in her eyes. Before there was like nothing there. Very emotionless. It isn't directed at the vampire, but at me for not taking the saw. Noel's rancor is a response to my disapproval of her methods, and to her own weakness in merely letting herself be swayed by me.
じゃあどうするの。もしこいつがもう人間は襲わないなんて誓ったら見逃してあげるの。生かしてあげるの。信じられない。こいつらが何人罪もない人間を餌食にしてきたと思ってるの。こいつらは怪物なのよ。なのにただ人間っぽいって理由だけで人間扱いしてやるの君は。
I can't deny it. The man in front of me absolutely did try to kill me. Who knows how many people he killed in the same way? But that's not the issue at hand. What this woman is saying is, those who become vampires must not be allowed to live. They have no human rights. Whatever they may be, they have lost the right to exist. And that kind of thinking is not something I can agree with. I may not be able to avoid killing in self-defense if I cross paths with a vampire who feeds on humans or a walking natural disaster like Blob. But if I come upon a vampire who doesn't attack people and wishes to live like a human, I see no reason to kill her. Going that far just isn't in me.
ああ、そう、分かったわよ。私がやるわよ。こんな国でのんきに生きてる君に期待しちゃった私が間抜けってわけね。せめてそこで見張り役でもやっといて。かかしみたいに突っ立ってこいつらの末路をよーく覚えておくがいいわ。
The woman turns her back to me and walks towards the vampire tied to the chair. It takes off its gag.
助けてください。助けてください。
Heart-wrenching pleas spill out of the creature's mouth. Maybe it really would swear to change its ways. It might atone for its sin if that meant it could escape this nightmare of being tortured by the woman standing before it. I think they censored that. Yeah. I don't think you're like allowed to do torture in video games now. Like a man whose hands are tainted by countless sins, suddenly awakening to a father's love and becoming a devout believer.
ダメ。あなたは死ぬの。というか死ぬの。死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの死ぬの。
I guess I'll never forget that word. The dissection begins. Ears splitting screams. The woman's words were first vampire had it easier. Once handling it with care, she now brandishes her tool widely. From ridiculous dissection has become a brutal dismemberment. The vitriol flying from her mouth makes it impossible to tell which one of the two is the devil.
殺してやる。殺してやる。殺して跡形もなく殺してやる。死ね。早く死ね。今すぐ死ね。最後まで苦しめ。限界まで助けを超え。吸血鬼のなり損ないも吸血鬼になるやつもみんな汚らわしいウジ虫と同じなんだから。ねえ、そうでしょ。私の言っていることわかるわよね、四季君。吸血鬼になった者は速やかに死ぬべきなの。こいつらはゴミ以下なの。病原菌なの。ただそこにいるだけで汚物を垂れ流す害悪なのよ。
picks up an iron weapon and is sitting in the corner of the room. This has gone beyond dissection, beyond even torture. The halberd, nearly 2 meters long, scrapes against the walls and ceiling as the woman raises it and brings it down on the vampire. Bone and flesh is crushed with a dull thump. The vampire's body is flattened along with the chair. This savage act disintegrates the chains that bound its arms and chair and sends the sword stuck into the floor flying. Now free, the vampire's upper half begins to frantically crawl away.
ほら見てよこのありさまゴキブリみたいこんなになってもこいつらは死なないの気持ち悪い気持ち悪い気持ち悪い気持ち悪いこんなの生きてる価値もない
With that, the second dissection comes to an end. The second body won't go in the box. There's no point in even trying to stuff it in. It's been crushed beyond all recognition. The woman looks down, her back to me.
ほらやっぱり私の方が正しいじゃない吸血鬼は害悪なんだってだからねもし自分がそうなんだって分かった時は死んで自分から死んでみっともなく泣き叫びながら死にたくないって謝りながら首をかっきってそれができないなら糞尿を漏らしながらひざまずいて何度も何度も命乞いをした後私に首を差し出して
The woman spews venom with eyes clouded over. The halberd drops to the floor with a clang. She takes a deep breath. Her shoulders, which were just rising and falling violently, grow still.
なんてちょっとどかしすぎちゃった
What?
四季くんたら危機感が薄いからお姉さんついやりすぎちゃった
She's like a completely different person, like the evil spirit possessing her has left and the Miss Noelle I know has returned. What the hell? What? We leave the building and go down to the sunlit alleyway. Miss Noelle suggested it, saying we wouldn't be able to have a proper conversation in that room.
使徒と戦うってことがどんなことなのかちゃんと教えておこうと思って
Well, why?
ほら保健室で四季くんシエルさんの意見に文句がありそうだったからそれでピンときたのあなたは私と同じで吸血鬼から町を守りたい人なんだってならお互いの心情は知っておくべきじゃない
Protecting the town from vampires. I have no objections to that, though I'm not sure where it falls on her list of priorities. But with the depravity I just witnessed still weighing on my mind, I find myself unable to fully agree.
俺の心情は単純ですよ。知ってしまったから無視できないし、先輩の助けになりたいだけです。それより、ノエル先生は反対しないんですか？シエル先輩は、一般人は吸血鬼には関わらせないと言っていました。
なんで？吸血鬼を殺すのはいいことだし、特別な力があるのなら人々のために使うべきでしょ？教会の代行者だからとか、普通の男子生徒だからとか、そんなの関係ないわ。私は四季君の勇気に拍手を送りたい気分だけど。
He's completely on board with looping me into their affairs. I thought the same thing back in the nurse's office, but the two of them seem to be at odds. Ciel tells me not to fight. Miss Noelle tells me I should. I'm starting to feel like I owe Ciel an apology. Comparing their opinions side by side, it's easy to see who's acting out of a humane concern for my well-being.
それにしてもシエルさんにも困ったものね。事態を一日でも早く収束させることが最善の手段なのに。四季君の協力を拒んだり、優先度の低い調査を始めたり、気が緩んでるんじゃないかしら。ま、それも演技なんでしょうけど、あの冷酷な悪魔がたった数日で変わるはずがないんだし。
冷酷って、シエル先輩のどこが？
I'm curious about what she said, of course, but the way she's acting has caught my attention too. It's just a hunch, but I feel like there's truth hidden in her mumbling.
ほら分かってない。あの子が誰にも優しい底抜けの善人だとでも思っていたんでしょ。ほんとバカらしい。あれはただの掃除屋で人間らしい感情なんてありっこないの。いい意識くん、あの子の笑顔は全部作り物だから。その方が仕事を進めやすいからそうしてるだけで、君だって騙されているだけなのよ。
God damn, why is everyone trying to fool Shiki? My body lurches forward unconsciously, but I can't refute her words. How can I defend Ciel when I just picked a fight with her earlier today?
あら、思うところがあったみたいね。君もうすうす感づいてたってこと？ふーん。ちょっと脅かして様子を見るだけだったけど、そういうことなら私も踏み込んであげる。四季くん、シエルさんのことを知りたいんでしょ？あの子がどんな人間なのか、どうせあの子は話さないだろうから、特別に私が教えてあげる。
There's a hint of malice in Noelle's smile. Warning sirens go off in my head telling me this isn't something I should listen to, fighting against this impulse to know more about Ciel. But I can't resist. Seeming to enjoy the conflict she sees raging inside me, Miss Noelle begins to tell me about Ciel's past.
私たち代行者は2人1組が基本だけど、狩りの成功率は高くない。大抵どちらかが死ぬか、両方とも殺されて終わりって世界よ。もし10年以上代行者をやってるやつがいたら、そいつはそれだけで立派な異常者として扱われる。心が壊れているか、とっくに吸血鬼化しているのに隠しているとか、まあいろいろ陰口言われるわけ。そんなひどい職場であの子は何体もの吸血鬼を殺してきた。どんなにひどい使徒が相手でも生き残る。どんなにずる賢い使徒が相手でも正体を突き止める。成功率は実に 100%。 ほとんど奇跡よ、こんなの。あの子が鬼子の扱いじゃなきゃ聖女認定されてるくらい。まあそれができたのはほんと単純な理由なんだけど、それはまた後で話すとしましょう。代行者シエルの名前は使徒たちにも知れ渡ってる。13歳で代行者になった吸血鬼狩りのエリート。代行者になってからもひたすら使徒を殺し続けて、ついには埋葬機関にまでスカウトされた。吸血鬼を殺すためだけに生きてるマシン。君も見たでしょ？ブローブなんて怪物と渡り合っていたもう一人のモンスターの姿を。
Elite vampire hunter at the age of 13. So what, she's only been doing this for like 5 years? Even dead apostles know of executor Ciel, an elite vampire hunter since the age of 13. Well, assuming that she is like my senpai and actually 18 years old, that would make her just, you know, vampire hunting for 5 years. A fighting machine who's devoted her life to killing vampires, exterminating dead apostles and executor I feel compelled to deny what she's saying, but I can't stop the story here. And strangely, although Miss Noelle is describing Ciel as a monster, her voice doesn't sound condescending. If anything, it's filled with reverence.
ああ、埋葬機関っていうのは私たちにとってそうね、教会の中の違い方形。権力に近寄れない代わりに権力に縛られない、動く武器庫みたいなものと思って。ごく少数で組織された公安警察みたいな。埋葬機関は他の秘跡会と連携を取る局長とその局長に管理される7人の代行者で構成されている。本当は予備の代行者がもう一人いて、実践要員は8人いるらしいんだけど、大司教から自由行動の特権を許されたのは7人だけ。それ以上増やすのは危険と判断されたのね。局長ナルバレックを筆頭に集まったそれぞれが一つの秘跡界に匹敵する聖人のなり損ない、枢機卿
ノイセオナトール・グランファテマ、司祭アンドレイ・ゴッド・ビバーク、シスターキアラ・キッショーイン、エクソシストミスター・ダウン。
Mr.
5人目
Gone.
は知らないけど6人目が大公社アーガレオン、
Fifth
そして
member
最後
unknown.
が私たちの知っているあの子、弓の称号を贈られた第7位
Title of
大
bow.
公社シエルってこと。
What does that mean?
あの子は殺したわよ。私なんか比べ物にならないぐらい殺してきた。相手が女子供でも容赦なく殺してきた。大公社になってから吸血鬼狩りをしてない日はないんじゃないかってぐらいに。1日1週間1ヶ月、何の不平も不満もなくあの子は淡々と仕事をこなしてきた。私が聞いた中で一番長かったのは、たった一人の使徒を殺すために1年間その町の下水路に潜伏していたって話。その使徒は町そのものを監視できる異能があって、部外者や異常に敏感な使徒だった。で、あの子が選んだ手段は排水溝からの侵入と潜伏。下水路すら使徒にとっては血管みたいなものだったけど、その血管の中を流れる汚物にまでは感覚が届かなかったのね。秘跡も魔術も使えば感知される状況だったから、あの子は黒剣のエオインに飲み込んで下水に入っていった。この国の整備された下水じゃない。汚物で詰まったヨーロッパの下水路で体を汚水に浸して顔だけを水面に出してギリギリの呼吸をしてただ機会を待ち続ける1年間。ほんと想像するだけで寒気がする。この件ばっかりは吸血鬼に同情するわ。
Europe has
町を
filthy
完全に
sewers?
支配下に置いてやってきた大公社も全員殺して、ようやく自由に闊歩できると安心しきった人が広場に踏み出した瞬間、下水溝の網の下から一撃で即死よ。蛇だってあの子の執念深さには尻尾を巻くわ。私と組むまであの子はずっとそんな調子だった。わかる？吸血鬼を殺すことだけに特化した非人間、それがシエルなの。私たちと同じ普通の人間だなんて思わない方が身のためよ。
I had my suspicions, but Ciel's past is beyond is beyond what I could have imagined. It's natural that Arkwood hates Ciel, and that Ciel sees Arkwood as her enemy. But even so, I can't think of her as someone whose sole purpose is to kill vampires.
先輩のことは分かりました。でもノエル先生は先生も大公社なら先輩と同じなんですか？
私が？冗談やめて、あんなのと一緒にしないで。私はいたって普通の人間よ。あんな風に周りを騙せないし、割り切ることだってできない。そもそも大公社としての才能がなかったの、私。修道院に3年入ってやっと半人前だった。それでも人並みには頭が回ったから、司祭様に取り入って2年かけてやっと大公社になったの。それから2年ぐらい経った後かな、あの子と知り合ったのは。あの子は埋葬期間に入ったばかりで相棒がいなかった。私は頼りになる相棒が欲しかった。ほら、あとはわかるでしょ。同郷のよしみもあったし、私たちは晴れてチーム成立。それから5年、あの子の活躍のおかげで私はまだ生き延びてる。
Hold up. Stop right there. I heard a few questionable things throughout her story, but this set my alarm bells ringing. Did she just say 5 years?
ちょっと待ってください。先輩と5年も一緒だったんですか？
そう言ったつもりだけど、私たち5年来の師弟関係だもの。
でもそれじゃ。
How do I put this?
年齢が合わないでしょ。当然よ。あの人あの時から年を取ってないの。
Incident? I plant my feet firmly, fighting the urge to pass out from shock. She hasn't changed in 5 years. I can't tell if that's the truth or a lie. I can't even tell what about the 5 years has me so dumbfounded.
そんな。それじゃあ、まるで。
そう。吸血鬼と同じよね。でもあの子は吸血鬼とは違う。だって完全な不老不死なんだもの。
My breath catches in my throat. True immortality? That's insane. Miss Noel has to be lying. Not even vampires have been able to achieve that.
いいえ。あの子は本当に何をやっても死なないのよ。殺しても蘇る。体が燃え尽きて灰になっても元通りになっている。何が起きてもあの姿のまま生き続ける。あの子はね、分類的には吸血鬼なのよ。私たちと違って一つの命にすがっていない。だから死を怖がらず目的を達成するまで永遠に走り続ける。成功率 100% の理由ってこういうこと。簡単でしょ。あの子に狙われた吸血鬼はもう絶対に逃げられないんだから。
じゃあ、ノエル先生とシエル先輩は。
そう。私が弟子で彼女が師匠よ。さっきのやり方だってあの人の真似事。いえ、あの人の手札はもっと凄惨かな。あの人大抵の拷問は体験済みだから、やられるのもやるのも寒気がするほど上手なのよ。分かってくれた？代行者シエルは吸血鬼と同じ化け物なんだって。人のことを何とも思っていない殺戮者。でも吸血鬼を殺して回る分だけは生きていていい権利がある。
This seems to be the point Noelle was building up to. I claw at my chest, spurring my lungs back into action. I can't believe myself. What does it matter what kind of person Ciel is, or if she's really immortal or not? I'm furious that I let Noelle's words get under my skin.
今にも倒れちゃいそうね、四季君。やっぱりショックだった？
ええ。頭にくるぐらいショックです。それより、なんだってこんなことを話す気になったんですか、先生は。これも隠しておくべきことでしょう。
そうだけど、あなたの考え違いを正してあげたかったの。私が言うのもなんだけど、助けてもらったからって簡単に心を許しちゃダメよ。あの人だってあなたを利用しているだけなんだから。
Oh, can't trust her because she saved your life. She's only using you. Arkwid's using me. Ciel's using me. Is anyone out there not using me? Does no one out there just want to be Shiki's friend? No. I know that's a lie. Ciel isn't using me. She never has. I'm the one who wanted to help. She's always looked out for me. Not once has she ever asked me to do anything.
そうなんだ。意外ね、それ。まあ、仮にそうだとしても、始まりが不正なのは変わらないわ。四季君、あの人に暗示をかけられていたことさえ気づいてないんだから。
Her words freeze my thoughts. Mesmerize. This time I'm really going to pass out.
あの人は自分に好意を持つように四季君を操っていた。嘘だと思うなら思い出してみなさい。あなたはいつからシエルと知り合いなの？あの子を先輩と呼ぶようになったのはどんなきっかけだった？
When did we meet? I don't even have to try to remember. Ciel is a third year at my school, and I've known her since I was a first year. Since I was a first year?
Oh.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have no memories of spending time with Ciel at school. The first memory I can recall is running into her on the train. Now that I think about it, when did I meet Ciel? I don't even know which class she's in. Thank you, Tono. Her words, that smile, that's all it took for me to think that I'd always known her.
嘘。
One thing in particular gives me a feeling of unease. Everyone called her Ciel like it was the most normal thing in the world. How did no one ever question a name like that?
ほら見なさい。私だって赴任して仰天したわ。いくら筆跡に耐性のない一般人でも100人200人に暗示をかけるなんて並大抵の魔力量じゃないもの。さすがは第7位ってところかしらね。それとも暗示だからこれだけのことができたのかしら。暗示は所詮暗示。印象の操作に過ぎないものね。記憶そのものをいじる洗脳とは違うんだし。四季君たちはきっとシエルを疑問に思わないということだけを刷り込まれていたんでしょうね。
That's right. I did feel like something was off at first, but those doubts faded the more I saw her. Anywhere she went, it felt completely natural for her to be there. And that's what was so distinctive about Ciel.
でも、それは。
That doesn't mean she was lying to me. She had a good reason for it.
俺たちを危険にさらさないために黙っていただけでしょ。
ええ、一般生徒にはね。
you know,
で
I'm
も
not
四季君
sure
はもう違
actually.
う。あの地下を知った以上、暗示は解いてあげるべきだった。
The plan was to finish this, but I'm only on chapter 9. I think there's a total of 13 chapters, and this chapter alone is, I'm 2 hours in stream. I don't think I'm gonna finish this. Yeah, I got no clue, but I can't stay too late. While I do have the day off tomorrow, I gotta wake up early to do laundry because I have no clothes for work. Oh shit, and I gotta prepare my laundry too. I haven't done that. Usually I wake up like super early, like 5 a.m. early, and then leave the house at 5:30 to do laundry. And get on your chores. Yeah. Who's Jacob?
それに教えてあげるべきことを黙っているというのは思いやりになるのかしら。知られたら都合が悪いから黙っているだけじゃないの？
I have no arguments left. All I can do is look down and breathe deep, like I'm sticking my head in the sand.
これで分かったでしょ？あの人がいい子ちゃんに見えるのは全部演技なんだって。ええ、演技でなかったら今までの冷酷ぶりは何だったっていうの？
Cruel? I hear footsteps treading on grass. Lifting my head up, I see that she's made her way to the exit of the courtyard.
話はこれでおしまいよ。そろそろあの人もここを見つけるだろうし、四季君と密会していたなんて知られたら何をされるかわからないわ。最悪、四季君と私もう用済みだからって消されるかも。そもそも四季君は知っちゃいけないことをたくさん知っちゃったし、なんであれ証拠隠滅はしなくっちゃね。
証拠隠滅って何を？
そう、それはこれからの行動次第よ、四季君。あの子の機嫌を損なわないよう、あの子に見逃してもらえるよう、せいぜい頑張ってみれば。ま、仕事が全部終わった後はいつも通り死人に口なしってオチでしょうけど。
Finally, I know that quote. An actual quote. I feel an indignant impulse to protest flare up within me. What? That's not how things will end. Even if Ciel has to keep everything quiet, she said she'd only erase my memories. But I wonder, could she really erase everything that's happened this week and nothing else?
そうそう、そういう顔してもらわないと危険を冒した甲斐がないわ。それじゃあね、四季君、今日の話をちゃんと胸に留めて、私みたいに何もかも台無しにされないよう気をつけて。
I call out for her to stop, but it's already too late. The woman who summoned me into another world laid the truth on me and left with a smile on her face. I feel uneasy, like a spider has taken up residence inside my skull. Shaking my head to clear away the webs, I leave behind a factory and its walls dripping with red. Whoa. Actually, just back home. What the hell?
お帰りなさいませ、四季様。
ただいま翡翠。ごめん、ちょっと頭が痛いんだ。少しだけ休むから夕食になったら呼びに来てくれ。
Hisui comes to greet me, but I give her a curt response and go straight to my room. Locking the door as I enter my room, I sit down on the bed and finally calm down. I had a huge fight with Ciel, then witnessed that gruesome scene at the abandoned factory. Ciel told me to stop seeing Arcuid, and Miss Noel told me not to trust Ciel. That she was only using me to help her kill vampires.
なんだそれ。悩むまでもないじゃないか。先輩が俺を利用しているなら、アルクエイドとのことであんなに怒らないはずだ。
There's no way Ciel could be lying to me. She always puts my safety above hunting vampires. And still, I didn't listen to her warnings and hurt her with my thoughtless words.
わかってる。先輩は悪くない。悪いのは頭に血が上った俺の方だ。
How pathetic I am. If I wanted her to trust Arcuid, I should have been more patient, tried to mediate between the two of them. I like Ciel. Respect, friendship, attraction, I have so many different feelings for her. This is the first time I've longed so dearly for someone to be happy. If I didn't have anemia, I'm sure I'd have asked her out by now. Oh, so anemics... anemics don't get that happiness? Is that what you're saying, Shiki? Yet at the same time, I feel just as strongly about Arcuid. My feelings for her come from a different place. Damn, so this is the Ciel route, but like not even 100% Ciel. It's more like 50% Ciel and 50% Arcuid. And then Arcuid has like her own route. Wow. Still just a side character. I only lashed out at Ciel for saying the person with that beautiful smile was no more than a lowly vampire.
なんだそれ。筋が通らない。
Damn it. I never knew I was this kind of person. I've come to terms with how I feel about Ciel. So why am I still hung up on Arcuid? Is it because of those feelings that I didn't want to hear her say that? What? This time I sigh deeply, letting out every bit of frustration. The sun has already set. In a few hours it'll be time to meet up with Arcuid. Leaving my own questions unanswered, I lay my tired body down in bed until Hisui comes for me. I go back to my room after eating dinner. Oh shit. Assailed by a twinge in my head, I breathe deeply to let the dizziness pass. I've been getting headaches a lot lately from taking off my glasses and looking at the lines too much. Even in this, the consequences of hunting down vampires is apparent. Ciel's right. I shouldn't be going out at night. I know that full well, but...
そろそろか。
It's almost time to meet Arcuid. Whether to continue our hunt or to end it is not a decision I can make on my own. Seeing her again will help me figure this all out. If I conclude that my relationship with Arcuid has to come to an end, so be it.
そうだよな。一番良くないのは このまま答えを出さないことだ。
I give my clothes a once-over and turn off the lights in my room. After making sure my knife is in my pocket, I head to the park where Arkwood is waiting. I slip out the front gates undetected. The road in front of the Tono mansion sees little traffic, and I'm probably the only one who walks down it. It's especially quiet tonight, with people going out less because of the serial killer. Most lights in the residential area I can see below are already out. It's not even 10 yet, but the silence makes it feel like 1 in the morning. The wind has a bite to it now that the end of October draws near. Fall will be over in no time. I idly wish for everything to come to an end before winter freezes the world over. I walk along the path outside the mansion. And going down this hill will put me in the residential area. If I were going to school, I'd head southwest from the residential area toward the shopping district. The station is just past it. Once I popped out of the south exit on the other side, I'd be at school in 10 minutes. I'm going to the park tonight, so I won't need to go through the city. I'll just keep heading south, past the elevated railway that splits the town in two. I have a little less than 15 minutes till 10 p.m. I'd better hurry. The roads will be dark since I'm skipping this shopping district, but it's the quickest way to the meeting spot. And then I see a silhouette by the mansion's perimeter wall. A girl wearing a nun's habit. She casually leans against the wall like she's here to see me off rather than to stop me.
呆れましたね。こんな夜更けにどこに行く気ですか?
Oh, okay, Ciel. I stop dead in my tracks. Ciel's eyes are cold, her voice is devoid of emotion. I thought I'd look for her at school tomorrow, but she's come for me. A golden opportunity has fallen into my lap, but I can't look Ciel in the eye. I wish I could apologize right now and patch things up. But before I do that, I have to figure something else out. How do I feel about Arkwood? I can't talk to Ciel until I know the answer to that.
先輩、俺は。
言い訳は聞きません。今こうしていること自体があなたの心情を表していますから。まったく。あれだけ言ったのに彼女のところに行くって言うんですね、遠野くんは。そんなに吸血鬼がいいんですか？はあ、もしや永遠の命とか、そんな甘い見返りを夢見ていますか？
Ciel lets loose an uncharacteristically scathing jab. Eternal life, the alluring prospect of immortality for one who was bitten by a vampire and turned into a dead apostle. But in the end, it's no different from being human. If they don't eat, they die, and they can obviously be killed. In light of everything I've been through, I know that all too well, not to mention that I...
そりゃ夢には見るでしょ。誰だって死にたくないし、先輩みたいに強くなりたいし。はい、そうですよ。丈夫な体になれるなら、俺、アルクエイドのものになってもいいんです。
え？遠野くん、何言ってるんですか？そこは、そんなわけないだろ先輩。町のためにやってるんだぜって返すものでしょ？
もちろんです。で、あんな挑発をして、そういう反論を期待してたんですね、先輩。
So that's how it is. If I had told her what she was expecting to hear, she'd already have me beat.
今夜だけは先輩の言うことは聞けませんから。でも、作動室でのことは反省しています。これが終わったら、話を聞いてください。
I walk past Ciel without looking at her. Oh shit. It's not much of an excuse, but meeting with Arkwood takes priority right now.
そうですか。そこまで覚悟ができているのなら、私からは何もありません。作動室の件も気にしないでください。遠野くんは間違ったことは言っていませんでしたから。
Her voice comes at me from behind. It no longer carries any intent to stop me from going to see Arkwood. I see. She's thoroughly fed up with me now.
それじゃあ、俺、 行くから。
はい。どうぞ遠野くんのお好きなようにしてください。
I can only hear her voice, but I keep walking away from the mansion, unable to look back. Footsteps echo through the residential area. Not from the heavy plodding of a man, but someone lighter of foot. What's more, my sneakers aren't making much noise. Only something with a hard sole, say lace-up combat boots, would make a sound like this. In fact, I'm sure of it. The clopping that's been following me all this time is definitely coming from a pair of boots. I stop walking. The footsteps stop too. Damn it. If I ignore her and keep going, we'll end up at the park in no time. I have to say something.
ですね、先輩。
I spin around.
はい。なんでしょう、そこの健康不良少年くん。
不良でいいですけど。先輩の家ってこっちの方だったっけ？
いえ、全く違いますね。遠野くん、一度来たことあるでしょう。忘れちゃったんですか？
覚えてます。忘れません。ちょっと確認したくなっただけです。もう曲がるところは通り過ぎたなって。
はい、正解です。大した記憶力ですね。私の家への曲がり道はズバリさっき通り過ぎました。
Right, right. I grin and reply. Yep, Ciel smiles back.
それじゃあ、俺はこっちだから。
はい、どうぞ、遠野くんのお好きなように。
What's the plan here? Oh shit, Ciel beams from ear to ear, but despite her cheerful expression, I've got a really bad feeling about this. I take a deep breath. Oh shit. I take a deep breath.
どうしました？行かないんですか？
Ciel's question sounds so innocent. I take the opening and run off into the night. Okay. I'm going as fast as my legs will carry me, tearing through the city without looking back. I don't hear any footsteps coming after me, but I make a small detour as an added precaution. Ciel will have a harder time tracking me in the bustling station area. I'll zip through the crowds and make it look like I'm heading to school, then rush back to the train tracks. Oh, not here, dude. This place doesn't look good. I've hit my limit. I'm almost at the park now, so I should be in the clear. Shoulders heaving, I finally stop and catch my breath. It looks like that worked. I don't hear that rhythmic clop, so Ciel has probably lost track of me and ended up somewhere else.
感心できませんね、遠野くん。誰もいないからといって、むやみに走り出すのはどうかと思います。
A hand clamps down on my shoulder from behind. Oh shit, what happened? I startle, leaping into the air like a frog.
なんでついてくるんだよ、先輩。
なんでも何も、遠野くん一人じゃ不安じゃないですか。遠野くんのようななんちゃって調査とは違う、真に町の平和を守る者として当然の行為ですが、何か？
Ciel lays it all out there. She must be upset that I tried to lose her. This has made one thing clear though. Ciel isn't going to let me go on my own. It won't be easy to say this, but I don't know what it means by I have to give it to her straight. I'll try to keep my cool. Well, I'm gonna just go with this one. I have to give it to her straight. I mean, you know, Shiki, he kind of like, I feel like, yeah. We're already past trying to keep it cool. She knows, I know. I have no choice but to tell her in no uncertain terms to leave. Oh. Steeling myself, I turn to face her.
先輩、いいから帰ってくれ。俺の安全を思うなら帰ってくれ。このままじゃ間違いなく俺が大変なことになる。
Big trouble with Arkwood, that is.
はあ、大変って遠野くんはどんな風に大変になるんですか？スプラッタ？それともサイコ？どちらにせよ、それはそれで興味がありますね。
This girl really is a monster. She knows everything. She's just plain stupid.
そういうゴアな興味持たなくていいです。俺の好きにしていいって言ったのに、なんで邪魔しに来るんですか？
ですから遠野くんは好きに行動してください。私も遠野くんを見習って自分の好きに行動しているだけですから。
I mean, true. With a resolute smile on her face, she starts to walk forward.
先輩、
なんでしょうか、遠野くん。
なんでしょうかじゃないです。そんなに俺を困らせて楽しいんですか？
Ciel just grins. That says it all.
わかりました。先輩が意地悪な人だというのは分かったから、今日はもう勘弁してください。これ以上は俺だけじゃなく、先輩まで危ない目に遭っちゃいますよ。
そうなんですか？私は別に遠野くんについてきているわけじゃありませんけど。
いや実際、
私公園に用があるだけです。遠野くんがどこに行くのかは知りませんけど、行き先が公園でないのならここでお別れですね。
So this is what it comes to. I can't really argue with that. And yet,
あ、もうそれでもダメです。公園にはアルクエイドがいるんですよ。あいつなんでか先輩を敵視してるし、このまま合わせるわけにはいきません。
おや、私のことを心配してくれるんですか？
心配なんかするに決まってます。俺は先輩とアルクエイドが争うところなんて見たくない。お願いですから、もうこれ以上ついてこないでください。
なるほどなるほど、そうですか。私の心配じゃなくて彼女の心配をしているんですね、遠野くんは。
Ciel ignores me, taking my words in exactly the wrong way. Judging by her taunt, I get the feeling that she's enjoying this.
先輩、もしかして作動室のこともさっきのことも、いやそれ以前に俺がアルクエイドと夜出歩いたこと自体ずっと怒ってたんじゃないですか？
He smiles sweetly without saying a word. He's angry, all right? And there's no doubt about it. Behind that face lies a deep-seated grudge.
わかりました。全部俺が悪かったです。もっとちゃんと謝りたかったけど、こうなったら仕方ないです。作動室でのことは謝ります。あれは俺の失言でした。だから
帰ってくれなんて言ったら本気で怒りますよ、遠野くん。
え？
私たち今絶好中なんです。喧嘩してるんです。私も拗ねているみたいですから、生半可なことじゃ素直になれません。
先輩、
ここで遠野くんが帰ってくれるのなら仲直りできるんですけど、それは無理だって分かってます。ですからこんな話をしていても無意味です。あなたが私に謝る必要もありません。私昼のことは気にしていませんから。私の仕事は吸血鬼を退治すること。今はそれを忠実にこなしているだけです。
先輩。
Ciel ignores me and starts walking away. Her destination is none other than my meeting spot with Arkwood, the park by the south exit.
待ってください。どうしてそんなにムキになってるんですか？
私ムキになんかなっていません。 あなたの方こそ私と一緒にいると彼女に誤解されるんじゃないですか？
誤解って何がですか？
あなたは彼女が好きなんでしょ？なら彼女の敵である私と一緒にいるのは立場的にまずいと思いますけど。
好きって別に俺はあいつのことが好きってわけじゃ。
Can't bring myself to say that I don't like Arcuid. My attraction to her appears to be an undeniable fact.
もうほんと自分自身にも嘘をつけないんですね、遠野くんは。なんか正直すぎて参っちゃいます。
Ciel sighs, sounding equal parts exasperated and resigned. I don't know what feeling that sigh really contained, but her edge has dulled. She seems back to her usual self.
けど本当にここで別れた方がいいですよ。私たちは絶好中なんですし。こんなところをアルクエドに見られたら。見られたらどうなるのかしらね、シエル。
Oh? Shit. Oh shit. Standing there is a woman I have never seen. Her golden hair is bathed in moonlight. Her body is pale and beautiful, so pure that no corruption can draw near. Though she is a denizen of the night, she shines like the sun. But she's different. This is not the Arcuid I know.
アルクエイド。
I quietly speak her name. The woman in white briefly flicks her eyes to me and then turns her focus back to Ciel.
遠野くん、下がって。いえ、なんとか隙を見て公園の外まで逃げてください。
Ciel whispers a warning as she steps forward. If she had told me to run from Arcuid before, I would have said she was overstating the danger. But right now, it sure looks like the best course of action. At the same time, I realize that it's impossible. The air is unbelievably heavy. Arcuid's crimson eyes are dreadful. It's no exaggeration to say that everything in this park, from the trees to their leaves, is frozen under that gaze. The tension I feel now is as stifling as when we faced down Blob, if not more so. Instinct tells me my life is forfeit if I so much as take a single step.
驚いたわ。シキの声が聞こえたから来てみれば、まさかあなたが一緒だなんてね。何をしに来たの、シエル。私に用はないと思うけど。ええ、あなたに用などありません。大事ならともかく話をするなんて考えるだけでもおぞけが走りますから。私は彼があんまりにも危なっかしいので指導をしてあげているだけです。どうも頭の緩い吸血鬼にたぶらかされているようなので。指導が必要なのはそっちの体の方なんじゃない？余分な肉ばかりついて死に際のカバのよ。それともどんなに切り崩しても重さの減らない贅肉かしら。そっくりそのまま返しますよ。起きて殺すことだけがあなたの美点でしょうに。人間に助けを求めるなんてそんな余分はらしくありません。神祖の誇りとやらをどこかに落としたのですか？まあそんなもの実際あったかどうか疑問ですけど。
It's weird. It feels like the tension has eased slightly. Maybe it's because the pressure enveloping the entire park has been redirected at Ciel alone. Actually, looking at them now, they almost seem like birds of a feather. Maybe they can talk things out?
つくづく勘に触る女ね。一度やられたぐらいじゃ物足りないってこと？
What?
あなたこそ手も足も出ずに地に落とされた恐怖がまだ拭えていないんじゃないですか？言ったわね、キャンズ。何？人のパートナーを横取りするつもり？
Queens. Coach my partner?
ええ、状況次第では彼が私を頼ってくれるのなら今すぐにでも。
The situation is about to boil over. The hostilities may not be focused on me, but I can't stand by and watch. Ciel and Arcuid aren't kids, so it shouldn't come to blows. Still, as a person in the middle, I have to quell some of their bloodlust.
待ってくれ二人とも。なんか空気が不穏だ。耐えられない。というか落ち着け。お互い目的は同じなんだろう。ならここは仲良く。
遠野くんは黙っててください。
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work. No shit, Cheeky. Based on the animosity in their glares, I'm guessing I've only added fuel to the fire.
真似しないでよ。式に呼びかけるのは私だけの特権なんですけど。呼びかける？今のが？せいぜい同活の間違いでしょう。鏡を見たことがないんですね。ああ、吸血鬼だから鏡に映らないんでしたっけ？どこの迷信よ。鏡にぐらいちゃんと映るわ、私。おや、そうでしたか。それは失礼。使徒ですら自分の姿を恥じて姿を映さないというのに、大した厚顔っぷりです。さすがは吸血鬼の大元、感服しました。ねえ、もしかして挑発しているの？あなた。まさかこれは挑発ではなく糾弾ですよ。自分が何であるかを理解しない愚か者に現実を教えてあげているだけです。
Oh shit. Requit's smile is beautiful, yet horrifying. My fingers tingle with numbness. Every hair on my body stands on end. In a single breath, the park is frozen under the grinning portent of death. But even faced with that smile, Ciel does not back down.
いいわ。私からも最初で最後の勧告よ。シキはあなたのことがそれなりに大事らしいから、今回だけは見逃してあげる。また殺される前に今すぐここから消え去りなさい。驚きましたね。吸血鬼が人間の機嫌を伺うなんて。あなたなら人間なんて思い通りに操れる。彼に協力させるならしもべにしてしまえばいいのに、なぜ魅了しないのですか、ハルクエイド。あなたらしい品位に欠けた発想ね。シキは私のパートナーよ。そんなことをしなくても私の手助けをしてくれるって言ってくれた。私を殺せる時でも私のそばにいてくれた。私が一人でいる時もシキに会えると思うだけで時間は瞬く間に過ぎていった。当然でしょ。だってシキは私の運命の人なんだから。
Soulmate. Ciel's wordless judgment stings. She's staring me down, silently demanding to know what the meaning of all this is. Not that I have the answer to that, I'd like to know myself.
ふざけてるんですか、あなたは。何を言い出すかと思えば、よりにもよってオムファタルなんて。
What's a
ふざけてなんかいないわ。シキの心も体も、彼がこれから得る喜びも悲しみも死に伏せる権利さえ私のもの。
What?
ええ、使徒の気持ちが少しだけ理解できたわ。人間の血を飲みたいとは思わないけど、シキの命は私以外の誰にも渡さない。
ちょっと待て。
I can barely squeeze a whisper out of my throat. I don't know their history, and evidently I can't stop the fight that's on the verge of breaking out. But even so, I can't ignore what Arkwid just said. She understands how a dead apostle feels? No way. I haven't known her for long, but I know that can't be true. That would mean she's no more than a vampire. She understands how... No way, I haven't known her for long, but I know that would mean she's no more than a vampire.
アルクエド、あなたまさか。さあ、どうかしら。あなたから私はどう見えるの、シエル。吸血衝動に飲み込まれて打点したように見える？いいえ、神祖が落ちたのならとっくに世界は裏返っています。あなたはまだ狂っても落ちてもいない。つまり今の段階ならまだ間に合うということです。ええ、その通りよ、シエル。これは吸血衝動とは違う。だって楽しいわ。す すごく胸が弾んでいるの。まるで春の野原のよう。以前あなたは私を愚かだと言ったわね。ロアに騙された世間知らずだって。本当にそう。シキに殺されるまでの私は本当に愚かだった。自由になることが、自由に手足を動かせることが、自由に人間を好きになることが、こんなにも気持ちいいなんて知らなかった。だから今の私はあなた以上に人間的よ。例えばこんな風に自分の気持ちを表現できる。
What? Sinks her teeth into her index finger like she's taking a bite out of a strawberry. Red liquid drips down her pale finger. A small drop of blood falls onto the stove pavement. Droplet hits the ground with the tiniest sound and in an instant, a pool of crimson liquid covers the park square. Whoa. This can't be real. But no, the park is actually covered in blood. The sticky red liquid sloshing around my ankles is proof of that.
安心して、一滴だけだから。これから楽しい時間になるのに、ここは色が薄すぎて。せめてこれぐらいはしないと趣がないでしょ。
The air coiling around me feels dense, but there is no malice in her voice. She's the same old Arclid, the same stupid, innocent girl with a smile as bright as the sun. Only one thing is off. One slight, trivial mistake that has turned her into something else.
自由に思うままに行動するというのですね。あなたが何の制約もなく思うままにロアを処罰すると、その結果がどうなるか理解していますか？自らを縛らない神祖は使徒と変わらない。グローブのようにこの町を蹂躙するのが望みだとでも。分かりきったことを聞かないでしよう。人間の町に関心はないの？邪魔をしなければ何もしない。こんなの道端の石と同じよ。ああ、でもそうか。好きになるのも自由なら憎んでみるのも自由よね。ロアに汚染された町、ロアの痕跡を残すたち、どちらにせよ汚らしいし、きれいに掃除していくのも私の自由。それにここで思いっきり今までずっと気に食わなかった女を八つ咲きにするのも心底楽しそうじゃない？
The battle begins instantaneously. The woman in white leaps into the air. Swords dart through the air, suppressing her. Two fingers clash before I have the chance to react.
Tono-kun, 下がって!
Ciel leaps to the side as she shouts a warning at the boy behind her. Not a moment later, White Claws tear through the ground where she stood. Arcwood has closed in on her in a single bound, slamming her arm into the ground as if to crush her entire body.
決まりね。遊びましょう、シエル!
The avatar of White cheerfully taunts her mortal enemy. To her, the thrill of the fight far outweighs the humiliation of the foiled attack. Ciel ignores the jeering as she formulates a strategy. This is the worst possible turn the knight could have taken. Her opponent is a true ancestor who has lost her mind. They are in the middle of the city and she is only armed with black keys. To make matters worse, she needs to protect an innocent bystander, Shikitono in this instance, and while she fights, she is left with only one course of action. Go on the defensive, wait for her pause in Arcwood's onslaught, use it to erect the most powerful bounded field she has, and retreat with Shiki. It is a simple plan in theory, but Ciel knows from experience that plans rarely survive contact with the trace use dashes at her in the street. Ciel sends a sword flying towards her torso. The swords are also known as black keys, inquisitorial tools used exclusively by executors. In its basic form, it appears to be nothing but a hilt. However, a blade appears when it is infused with the sacrament, allowing it to function as a sword. That said, it's used primarily for thrusting and throwing, marking, making it less of a cutting tool than a bullet for piercing vampires from afar. And when Executor Ciel imbues it with her will, it darts through the air with the force of a cannonball. Transcending human limits, she moves with a millimeter precision. All of her physical energy is channeled into the throw, amplifying the power of the Black Keys by an order of magnitude. It's not the work of magecraft or sacrifice, but pure mastery of the human body. One fanatic spent hundreds of years devising this technique. A pitch with the force to pierce a concrete wall. At the burial agency, they call it the Iron Ore. But one swipe from Arcwood's claw is enough to render it useless. Every black key Ciel throws is an iron ore. The vampire bats aside the rain of swords with a smile on her face, bearing down on the executor. The distance Ciel created is closed effortlessly. Arcwood's claw comes swinging down. Ciel attempts to use a black key as a shield, but it shatters. The impact reverberates through her arms, all the way to her wrist. Unable to resist the force of the blow, she jumps back in the direction she was taking. The hilts of 6 more black keys appear on her hands. In the span of a single breath, she launches them at Arcwood and pulls back 10 meters from them.
私が言うのもなんだけど、そんな年代ものいつまで使ってるのよ、あなたたちは。ほら、もっとこう面白そうな。
As Arcwood implied, black keys have a long and storied history of nearly 1,700 years. There are few who still use them due to high level of skill they demand, and modern weaponry serves as an adequate substitute. But Ciel's not the average executor. She understands that a weapon cannot be dismissed on account of age. Several variations have been developed over its thousands of years of use. One of these is the cremation rate. A wall of flame burning at 500 degrees Celsius to incinerate the impure beings known as the living dead. Of course, such a weapon has no chance of stopping this vampire. The flames are just a distraction. Ciel's goal is only to restrain her. Direct attacks with the black keys have little effect, but trapping Arcwood in the bounded field will keep her at bay for a day. Brushes the torrent of blades aside. When the black keys pierce the ground, the glowing field shoots up from between them, forming an outline in the shape of a cathedral. These walls are more than strong enough to keep Arcwood locked within, if only she had been in range. The white figure charges at the executor, weaving through the swords like a beautiful beast bounding across a vast plain.
Oh no!
Ciel meets Arcwood head-on. Though she could have dodged the blow, she does not allow herself that option. She has already been driven to the edge of the cart. If she were to fall back any further, the fight would be taken into the city streets.
何よそれつまらな。グローブに使ってた武器はどうしたの？たくさんの毒をばらまく道具は趣味の悪いギロチンは？勝手なことを。
Ciel weathers the vicious assault. Her muscles feel like they are on the verge of exploding. Having taken the brunt of Arcwood's charge, she is like a spring coiled to its limit, and she releases all her energy with the fire lever. Ciel pivots, putting her force into a roundhouse kick that strikes Arcwood in the chest. The white shadow is sent flying, with 3 black keys following closely behind. Oh shit. Trapped? What is this? A new type of field?
あなたに聖堂は過ぎたものです。そのタワーリングで緩んだ頭を冷やしなさい。
The Tower Ring is a bounded field devised by Ciel for use against true ancestors. or more accurately against Arcwood specifically. Simply nailing black knees into the ground and creating a wall would not hold her. To capture prey that moves about this freely requires three-dimensional method of turning. In this case, by using the towering walls of the temple as the foundation for a structure that simultaneously occupies vertical and horizontal space. Although the field will not harm its target, it is practically indestructible. A Tower of Light has about the same hardness and mass as the building it is modeled after, namely the Strasbourg Cathedral, the tallest structure in the world during the Middle Ages, a massive stone and crater standing 140 meters tall. The vampire has no hope of escaping it.
魔術は使わないんじゃなかったの？あの即歳心情はどこに行った？あなたとロアにしか使わないだけです。諦めなさいアルクエイド。それは27素であっても一時的に封じ得る強度を持ちます。神素であっても容易には砕けません。加えて何？やっぱりあの武器を持ってくるの？聖典を持ち出す必要はありません。ことはすでに終わっていますから。
Countless pillars of light thrusting out of the ground and joined together. They form layer upon layer of walls overlapping to form a single cave.
それはゴチックフォート。ある祖から奪い取った原理を用いた結界です。本来は外界との遮断に用いますが、使い方によっては最大の武器にもなる。ところでアルクエイドは魔術世界における生命の質量定義は知っていますね。生命そのものが持つエネルギー生産量、もしくは質量を段階として定義したものです。その基準はシンプルで、大きさと重さとで測られます。一番強いものが小さくて重いもの、2番目に強いものが大きくて重いもの、3番目が小さくて軽いもの。これは人間ですね。そして最後に大きくて軽いもの、これは情報や噂話、幽霊といった広範囲に広がるものです。シエル、あなた。私の大聖堂は最大直径 30km の隔絶空間。生命ではありませんが大きくて重いものです。これを極限まで圧縮すればどうなるか試してみるのも一興だと思いませんか？いくら凶暴なあなたでも抜け出すにはそれなりの時間が必要になる。少なくとも1時間。イデアブラッド22番クロムクレイペタストラクチャー。
What? The executor raises her arm up high. Then she brings together the gothic port like she were closing the lid of a treasure chest, pressing the space within. Oh yeah, they find him out. Or rather, she attempted to. A violent blue torrent bursts forth and an invisible force sends Ciel flying. The tower that trapped Arcwood is shattered. The beams of light that held it in place fade into nothingness.
何よそれ。閉じ込めるとか封じ込めるとか周りを守ることばっかり。これは私との遊びでしょ。ならもっと本気になりなさいよね。
Arcwood walks towards her enemy like she intends to stamp out her frustration. She had accused Ciel of not taking her fight seriously, but she severely misread the situation. The Executor was fighting seriously. Considering her limited equipment, she was literally giving everything she had. Against a true ancestor like Arcwood, all she can do is fight defensively. Going on the offensive would be a recipe for her own ruin. To truly defeat Arcwood, she would need equipment that could kill her in one blow. That is what Ciel thinks, at least. But she does not have such luxuries at her disposal now, and Arcwood is not in her right mind. All that awaits her on the other side of this torment is death. What plagues her mind as she stares down her demise, however, is not fear.
こんなことって。
That single blow was enough to cause most of her organs to fail. The executor fixes her eyes on the approaching vampire princess, gritting her teeth against a pain fierce enough to make anyone faint.
信じられない。あのバカ、本当に自分の感情で力を使っていませんか？
Really use her emotions to cure her power. The woman who has killed countless dead apostles, the woman who destroyed Vlav, now finds herself wishing that the terrible truth before her eyes was only a dream. Ciel shouts a warning to me as Arkwood comes rushing at her with the speed and ferocity of a hurricane. She dodges, landing at the edge of the park square, a move clearly chosen to give me room to escape. Their fight is entirely beyond my comprehension. I can't even follow Arkwood's movements. All I see are white after images fading into the dark night. Still, Ciel continues to fend off her flurry of attacks. It's clear even in the way they fight that the two of them are diametrically opposed. In contrast to Arkwood's wild, spontaneous attacks, Ciel doesn't waste a single move of it. She retreats, throws her sword from a distance, and then braces when her attacker draws near. They are equal in fighting prowess. Arkwood moves with reckless abandon, while Ciel remains firm and steady. But the odds are not in Ciel's favor. Concern for the surrounding area keeps her from moving freely. On top of that, Arkwood is not tired, seeming to have no limits whatsoever. Exceptional as Ciel is, she's already fighting at full capacity. Arkwood, on the other hand, is able to expand her powers endlessly. At this rate, she's going to overwhelm Ciel's defense. God damn, that was loud. My premonition comes to pass before me. A victor emerges. The wall of light that bound Arkwood are broken and Ciel is thrown back by some invisible force. Oh, and now we're seeing her all from his point of Shiki's point of view. Her body flies through the air and falls to the ground with a thud. Ciel bites through the agony and climbs to her feet, but her resistance is futile. She is launched even higher into the air by another unseeable blast. I hear the sound of flesh ripping and bones breaking as she hits the ground. A pool of red slowly spreads across the brick pavement. Oh shit, dude. But in spite of it all, Ciel still retains her consciousness. She forces her broken body back onto its feet and stares down her enemy. Blue sparks crackle in the air around Arkwood as she makes her approach. The red eyes are firmly fixated on Ciel's neck. My voice does not come out. Of course not. My brain is not functioning. But so what? Arkwood is going to kill Ciel in cold blood. That's absolutely unacceptable. I can't let her do something so stupid. Oh no. In a daze, I find my legs moving on their own. I slide in between them, arms spread wide open to protect Ciel. In an instant, Arkwood returns to normal, the sparks that flew around her disappearing. Is she really so shocked that I would protect Ciel?
なんで？どうしてシキがそいつをかばうの？
なんでも何もない。言っただろ。先輩は俺にとって大事な人だ。いくら
Oh shit, oops. I tighten my grip on a knife in my pocket as I glare at Arkwood.
そう。そいつと仲良くなってたらどうなるかって私も言ったはずだけど。
Arkwood glares back at me with a murderous gaze.
どいて。今ならまだ許してあげる。早くそんな奴をかばうのはやめて。私にそのナイフを向けないで。
Crimson eyes flicker like a candle's flame. Her bloodlust is no longer aimed at Ciel, but turned towards me instead. My throat and mouth become painfully dry. My instincts warn me that this is my last chance to back off. But even so...
ダメだ。
Oh shit.
お前が先輩に手を挙げないと言うまでどかない。
聞きたくない。どいてシキ。
お前こそ引けアルクエイド。お前は俺に言ったじゃないか。人間は殺さないって。 あれは俺を安心させるための嘘だっていうのか。
ええ、私は人間は殺さない。けど人間の規格を大きく外れた命には敬意を表してる。だから対等の存在として殺すことも厭わないわ。例えばあなたよ、そこの女みたいな相手にもね。
One step. Arkwood takes one step closer. Though my legs are trembling so fiercely that I think they may take off on their own, I hold back the urge to run.
そう。あなたはまた私にナイフを向けるんだ。
Another step. Arkwood casually closes in on me.
一度目は許した。けれど二度目を許せる自信はないわ。
Oh shit.
もっとも、あの時の再現はありえないけど、いくらあなたの直視の目でも、今の私から死を読み取ることはできないでしょう。
Right in front of me. The golden eyes bore into mine. Anxiety has frozen not only my heart, but every cell in my body. My spine has been ripped clean out. My organs have been turned inside out. This overwhelming sense of despair is beyond anything Blob could muster. It's as though every part of the universe has turned its hateful gaze onto me. There's nothing I can do. This is what it means to make Arkwood your enemy. She is too fundamentally different from living beings to be fought. Attacking her would be meaningless. In order to save Ciel, in order for either of us to have any chance of survival, my only option is to stop her using my words. Oh shit. Oh, this is a die or don't die situation. Late night coffee? No, I have water with me. Well, I had 2 water bottles with me. Now I have half a water bottle. And my throat is getting dry. It's a lot of reading. You deserve coffee. Yeah, I already had 3 cups today, so I couldn't make another one for today. I usually stop at 3 cups. People keep telling me 3 cups a day is bad, and so I just keep 3 at a limit. Yeah, 3 cups is my limit. All right. I'm not gonna say nothing. I feel like saying nothing is bad. And then even if I die, all right. Will this really work? It is how I feel, but I have no idea how she'll respond.
待て、アルクエイド。いいのか？本当にいいのか？
言ってることがわからない。いいのかって何が？
それ以上進んだらお前のこと嫌いになるからな。
Oh my gosh, she stopped. Yeah, no, I mean, I figured she may stop because, you know, she cares. She has emotions now, which is, you know, not good for humanity, but hey, I don't believe it. That worked. She actually stopped.
ダメ。逃げて遠のく。
先輩。
It happens in an instant. Though she's wounded so badly that she can barely stand, Ciel still gets in front of me.
生命力だけはさすがね。でもそれでどうするの？さっきの大魔術で魔力は空っぽのくせに。今のあなたじゃ士気の盾にもならない。士気が無茶をしている間に逃げればよかったのに。あなたこそ、そんな気もないくせに笑わせないでください。私が背中を見せれば、喜んでとどめを刺す気だったでしょう。でも、おあいにくさまでしたね。私はまだ戦えます。だって彼を、無関係な人々を守るのは私の役目なんですから。
先輩。
Her breathing is ragged. Her clothes are soaked in blood, and still she puts on a brave front, trying desperately to protect me.
あなたも下がってください。ここは私が。
あ、もう下がるのは先輩の方だ。いいから休んでろ。ここは俺が何とかするから。でもありがとう。大好きです先輩。
I scramble to put myself in front of Ciel. I must think I'm invincible. I wouldn't even flinch if Arkwid glanced at me with those golden eyes again. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
待ってください。無理ですから。
Oh, what's going on? How long will you dodge your name? That's not my name. Or you know, it probably is my name. Yeah, that's my name. You got it, Ja. That's my name.
遠野くんじゃ、
You're right.
アルクイドに殺されちゃいます。ここをなんとかするのは私の方ですよ。
そんな傷で何言ってるんですか。いいから下がって。ほら、ここで意地を張るのは俺の役目です。たまには先輩を守らせてください。
守るってでも。
What the fuck? We grab each other's shoulders and shuffle back and forth, fighting over who gets to stand in front of the other. It's like we're performing a little dance. I don't know what's gotten into us, but it's actually kind of fun. Not fun for everyone, though. A certain onlooker trembles with fury as she watches our friendly bickering. Oh fuck, she's back.
何よバカ。もういい。好きなんて知らない。
I'm done with you, Shiki.
そんなにシエルが大事なら勝手にすれば。私もう助けてあげないから。
アルクエイド。
いい、私帰る。言っておくけど、その女はあなたが思っているようなまっとうな人間じゃないから。利用されて絞り取られて薄皮一枚にまでなればいいわ。
Arkwid shouts at me angrily and turns away in a huff.
なんだよそれ。お前だってさっき物騒なこと言ってたじゃないか。俺を自分のものにするとかなんとか。
私は隠し事はしないもん。シキが好きって言っただけよ。じゃあね、後で私に泣きついても聞いてあげないから。血を吸われないよう気をつけることね。
What? Arkwid, still clearly upset, leaps up out of the park like a shooting star darting across the night sky. Team Rocket blasted off away. This feels like the fuck. Everything unfolded a little too quickly for me to wrap my head around. Ciel and I look up into the darkness that swallowed Arkwid, dumbfounded.
星になってしまいましたね、彼女。
星というよりロケットっぽかったですけど。
Two of us blankly share the first words that come to mind.
そうじゃなくて。なんて無茶をするんですか、遠野くんは。神祖と戦おうとするなんて自殺願望にも程があります。
Ciel lectures me with her hands on my shoulders. I don't object. She's absolutely right.
そうでしたね。今でも背中すげえ冷たいです。あいつやるときは本当用じゃないから。先輩が割って入ってくれなかったら首が飛んでました。
そこまで分かっていてどうして。
だって先輩を放っておけないし。改めてありがとうございます先輩。俺のために戦ってくれたのぐらい分かります。
はい、お礼を言うなら私もでした。遠野くんがいなかったらどうなっていたか分からなかったです。
Ciel shyly looks down at her feet. Neither of us knows what to say. We've gotten very close to one another, though we aren't touching. I can feel her body heat tickling my skin. What?
先ほどは意地を張ってごめんなさい。遠野くんを困らせるつもりじゃなかったんです。
さっきのってアルクエイドのこと？
そうじゃなくて、お屋敷から公園までのこととか、昼間の茶道室のこととか。
I'm the one who should be apologizing for all that. But if I do, Ciel will only get even will only get even more apologetic. If she says she wants to apologize, I should just listen. Maybe this means we can be friends again. That's all I want.
そうですね。じゃあ喧嘩両成敗ってことで仲直りしてください。明日になったら先輩に無視されるとか考えるだけで怖いですから。
そうですか。そんなことでいいなら喜んで。
Her head bowed, Ciel pulls her glasses out from somewhere and puts them back on. From somewhere?
それより先輩、体は大丈夫ですか？
I take a step back to look over Ciel's body. He was bleeding out onto the ground just now, so if we don't take care of that soon...
あれ？
It's gone. The blood that had pooled around her on the pavement, the blood that stained her habit, it's all gone.
遠野くん、これは。
そっか。先輩はあれぐらいの傷なんともないんでしたっけ？ブローブの時なんてもっと深い傷を受けてたし、並大抵のことならあいつみたいにすぐに治って。
I'm such an idiot. Escaping mortal danger made me careless. Careless enough to bring up a subject I'd been unconsciously avoiding until now. She's dressed like a vampire. After all, she has true immortality. That girl isn't half the decent human being you think she is. At least try not to get your blood sucked. I push those words into the recesses of my subconscious, but it seems that my silence has spoken loudly enough.
いや、でもあれだよな。ハルクイドのやつもデタラメなことばっかり言うよな。
Harlequin says dumb crap all the time.
先輩が俺の血を吸うなんて、そんなこと絶対にありえないのに。
Sucking my what? Yeah, there's no way that would happen. Not in a million years. I mean, Ciel walks around during the day. Sure, Archwood does too, but even she's weaker when it's lights out. Ciel doesn't change, day or night. Besides, she's a member of the church. It's not like they'd hire a vampire to go vampire hunting.
取り繕わないでいいです。私の体のこと、ノエル先生から聞いたんですね。
Can't say the word yes. Not out of consideration for Ciel, but out of my own desire to turn a blind eye to reality.
ノエル先生のおかげで目が覚めました。質問の続きです。遠野くん、どうして私をかばったんですか？アルクエドが本気であなたを殺すつもりだったのは分かっていたはずなのに。
There was no emotion in Ciel's eyes. It's as if they are a doll's eyes, empty and unseeing.
どうしてって。さっきも言ったでしょ。先輩が殺されかけたんです。誰だってかばいます。
自分が殺されるというのに。献身とは自分の命を投げ出すことではありません。自分の命をないがしろにして他者の命を救おうというのは、献身でも犠牲でもなく、ただの自己愛です。あなたはただ自分が後悔したくなかっただけ。それだけであんな真似をして満足しています。はっきり言ってすごく迷惑です。正しく生きようとするのは立派ですが、あなたの身勝手な正しさに私を巻き込まないでください。
それは。
There's nothing I can say. She's right. I didn't think things through. I was so focused on saving her that the thought of how to deal with Archwood afterward never crossed my mind. I never stopped to consider what Ciel wanted. She's got every right to say that, but...
それでも先輩を守りたかったんです。それが迷惑だって言うんですか？先輩はあのままアルクエイドに殺されていてもよかったって。
はい、私の命なんですから、あなたにどうこう言われるものではないはずです。いえ、死んだ方がまだマシでした。吸血鬼にお情けで見逃されて生き延びるなんて無様すぎます。
Damn. Humiliating. She'd rather have died? I can't make any sense of that whatsoever.
自分の命を何だと思ってるんですか、先輩は。 死んだらそれまでなんですよ。どんなにひどくてどんなにみっともないことをしてでも生きていられるのなら生きるべきです。だって生きていなくちゃ何もないじゃないですか。無様だから何だって言うんです。どんなに情けなくても何もなくなるよりずっと何倍もいい。俺は先輩を守りたかった。死んでほしくなかった。先輩と一緒にまた茶道室にいたかったんです。
I know I should stay calm, but I can't hold back the swell of emotion in my chest. I'm an idiot. Ciel and I just made up, and here I go yelling at her again.
そうでしたね。あなたは7年前に一度死にかけた人でした。だからそんな単純な考えで満足できるんです。幸せな人。そんな言葉、私には言えません。
Ciel steps away from me, her eyes hollow. Even though I could reach out and touch her, she feels impossibly far away.
アルケイドが言っていたことは本当です。彼女の言う通り、私は人間とは呼べません。遠野くんも見たでしょ。さっきまであんなにこぼれていた血が、まるでなかったことのように消え去っているのを。
それは。
いいんです。私、化け物なんです。私は吸血種ではありませんが、普通の人間らしい体ではないのも事実ですから。
何言ってるんですか先輩。人間らしい体って先輩は十分普通じゃないか。
これでもですか。
What?
先輩。
I don't have time to stop her. She slits her throat with one of her swords. I hear a dull scraping as the blade cuts through her flesh and carotid artery. And then a wet splash. A vibrant scarlet floods my vision. What the fuck? Blood gushes from her neck. It smells of iron, of life itself. The primary color hurts to look at. It's beautiful, threatening to rob me of my sight, my entire consciousness. The fresh blood seeps into her black habit. Beneath that habit, the red liquid that runs over Ciel's pale skin must be growing thicker, like a serpent coiling around her body. A drop of blood lands on my finger. The sensation snaps me back to reality. Ciel is bleeding out in front of me.
Senpai!
I rush forward, wiping away the blood splattered on me.
慌てる必要はありません。ほら。
He pulls the sword away from her neck. What? Oh shit, what the hell? Her wound has already closed. Not only that, all the blood that spurted out of the wound is disappearing. This is beyond healing, beyond regeneration. This ability is even greater than Vlov's. I'm speechless. I have absolutely nothing to say in response to what I just witnessed.
はい。この通りです。できることなら、遠野くんには知られたくなかったですけど。
Ciel grins bitterly. I still don't know what to say, even when faced with that smile.
だから、昼間のことは謝らなくていいんです。全部正しかったんですから。私はあなたのことを騙していました。あんな風に怒られても、それは仕方のないことなんです。
そんなことは。
Why can't I finish that sentence? No matter what kind of person she is or what kind of body she has, even if it turned out that she was a vampire all along, Ciel would still be extremely important to me. So why?
本当はもっと距離を取る予定だったんです。ただの顔見知りとかそれぐらいの。そうすればあなたの方から話しかけてくることもこんな風に嫌われることもなかった。けどいいんです。今までのことを後悔はしていません。遠野くんが私との思い出が楽しかったって守りたかったと言ってくれて 嬉しかった。
先輩。
I only said that because those truly were the best of times. I wish they could have gone on forever.
さようなら。
What? Ciel smiles gently as always, then disappears before my eyes. She remains Arkwood's polar opposite to the end. Arkwood flew away like a shooting star, but I don't even see Ciel's back as she leaves. The inside of my head is churning violently. I couldn't chase after Ciel if I tried. Arkwood called Ciel a vampire, and Ciel didn't deny it. She even showed me definitive proof of it. She could have lied. Even if I saw right through it, I wish she would have told me it wasn't true. Goodbye. I don't need to think about what that means. I learned what Ciel really was. I heard her, and even then, she still came to see me. But now that's all over. In a matter of minutes, I lost everything because of one careless remark. My mind isn't working. What is it that I lost? What is causing me this pain? A story some woman called Noelle told me? An accusation by Arkwood? A slit throat that proved it all true? Or is it... I have a headache. Self-loathing clings to the inside of my lungs like mud. I feel like throwing up. It feels like some invasive plant is growing in my head. It hurts so much that I can't think. I can't cope with the reality of never seeing Ciel again. I leave the park, my steps feeble, my memories hazy. Oh shit. Ow. 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 I'm exhausted. The weed in my brain has grown into a thicket of tangled thorns, creaking and groaning as it tightens around my non-functioning gray matter. I tumble heavily into bed. An ominous darkness creeps closer and closer, looming over my shoulder. But the faces that come to mind are no different from the ones I saw this morning. With that final thought, I close my eyes. All I want is to go to sleep like a brain-dead scarecrow. Oh shit. I dream of myself from long ago. Humans tend to reminisce more and more as they age. I suppose I am no exception. There are abilities I have a use for and those I do not. That which I need and that which I don't. Myself of today and myself of tomorrow. I sift through them all and store what belongs to the past in my workshop as though writing a memoir I will never read. Disposing of one's past is part of being human. The hour of my death is nigh. To be exact, I have about 1 week left in this world. That fair avatar will soon come for me, and this life will come to an end. It stirs no particular emotion in me. All humans must die. That is their inevitable fate. If there is anything I fear, it is the moment I wake. The sensation of crawling free from unending darkness never gets any less repulsive, no matter how many times I experience it. I reflect on my past as I chart my future. The life I leave behind was a failure. My body was born frail, so I devoted myself to extending the longevity of the flesh, while I found some success in halting aging. The overall experiment proved fruitless. As I expected, the human body is not fit for eternal youth. What shall I pursue next? So much of my research remains unfinished. My current topic of study, agelessness, prove counterproductive, even regressive. So next I will study inheritance. Humans combine desirable genes to birth superior descendants. Might this be achieved more directly and efficiently? Consider the dead apostle. Though they may grant undeath to their minions, that does not extend to passing on their powers. Indeed, they have no reproductive functions to speak of. They may experience lust and sexual desire, but they cannot produce offspring. Their individual longevity renders a reproductive capacity unnecessary. Family, in Dead Apostle Society, refers to minions nurtured with particular care. Dead Apostles of rank 6 or higher may possess what they call sons and daughters. But these are merely talented mortals they have adopted and turned at the right time. If any are truly connected by blood, it is only because they were parent and child in life. Such as the case of Lord Rosé and the last hope of the aristocracy, who became a vampire alongside his beloved daughters. He and his supporters are considered one of the most powerful factions in Dead Apostle Society, and his success and life satisfaction are the envy of even his fellow ancestors. Yet his greatest lamentation is that he will never see a grandchild. Dead Apostles cannot give birth to children. Dead Apostles cannot pass on their powers. They cannot even pass on their genes. They are fatally flawed as living creatures. This is the primary reason that despite their superiority to humans, they are not counted as Homo sapiens. And Dead Apostles cannot create Dead Apostle children. No matter how strong their curse, and an ancestor's curse is potent indeed, enough to challenge the world, it will vanish with them. That is not perfection, and so I still have work to do. I have decided on my next topic of study. The curses held by the 27 ancestors. I shall devise a way that they can be inherited. The primary issue is that each principle is unique. They cannot be imitated, and copying them would negate their uniqueness, diluting their power. Thus, inheritance is the key. I will design a technique to make all 27 principles mine, repurposed for my own use. 15. Their inheritance and use of all curses and liabilities, or the forceful transfer of one's power and fate. I will define the efficacy of my next self. I will murder, claim, and exploit. Yes, murder must be the foundation. In much the same way as humans bequeath possessions. Inelegant as it sounds when I put into words, the death of the previous owner is necessary for any inheritance to be passed on. Inheritance. I pride myself on the accuracy of the term. An inheritance from one's parents is rarely much to celebrate. For most, the best case scenario is overwhelming debt. Will my next body be strong enough to bear that burden? The stars are falling. The fair avatar has departed. My torso has been reduced to nothing, my arms and legs turned to ash. All that remain is my head, which will burn away in seconds. As death takes hold of me, I ask myself once more, am I not afraid? Of course not. All I feel is regret. I sought perfection. What is perfection to you? Asked my old friend who remained at the church. To that friend, perfection could only indicate the Almighty, our all-knowing Father. Naturally, for that was a doctrine of our faith. The church created an unchanging being, and proved its omnipotence by spreading its word. Even as they knew that the universe is constantly expanding, they declared their God a universal constant. But that is utterly, laughably mistaken. The very idea of a constant is antiquated. It is always humans of the present day that push knowledge and awareness further. What value is there in being omnipotent in a bygone era? Perfection is not an object to be obtained, but a destination at which one must arrive. Humanity's terminus, the conclusion to its story, the meaning of my soul, the answer to the question of our purpose. I want to reach that conclusion. states where nothing can be gained or lost. That is the only eternity to be found on this earth. The vampires known as ancestors pursue eternity itself. What I pursue is the means to reach it. It is only natural, then, that they scorn me as a heretic. We are fundamentally different creatures. I know beyond a doubt that my path is not mistaken, even if my methods turn out to be flawed. Though this too is a hollow proclamation, my old self, the theologian, died the day I saw the castle and its field of stars in bloom. I discovered that eternity already existed, or rather I discovered something that I wished to preserve for eternity. Even now, no matter how many times I leave this world, I still return to this agonizing cycle of hatred and joy. In one fateful moment, I weighed my desire to know the whole universe against my desire to know a single woman. And in that moment, the theologian died. So heed my words, you who hears this. Engrave this warning deep within your soul. To look with human eyes upon the light of the planet is a grave sin. Once all is done, you will learn just what it is you fell in love with. What the hell? And I think with that, that was only, oh my god, I did one chapter in 3 hours and a half. Oh my god. My dumbass thought I was gonna be done with this today. Lol. And there's a part 2. What the fuck? Yeah, this chapter went on super long. Holy shit. The fight was cool. Alright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just call it a stream there. Holy crap. I gotta go. I'm not sure what the plan will be. Maybe I'll do the second part tomorrow, but I don't know what time I should stream. For tomorrow I have a cutoff time at 8 p.m. And if I want to do at least 4 hours, that means I would need to start at 4, which I think is doable, but starting at 4 would mean potentially only one chapter of Tsukihime. I do want to play other games. Not like I don't want to play this one. I still absolutely do. Damn. Where's the time, man? I got Foam Stars, I got Renatus, I got Sparking Zero. The feeling for more deadlock is like coming back. But yeah, we'll see how I'm feeling whenever the time comes. But tomorrow I do have a day off, so I will try my best to stream a little bit, at least. I think I can do that. Potentially at 3 p.m. EST if nothing's going on. 4 p.m. EST the latest. We'll see. But yeah, that is it for me for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Laters. Good night.